Righty tighty, lefty loosey, Gary Busey. Here we go. Alright. I guess not here we go. Here we don't go very much. No going at all. Only coughing. But hi, hello. Welcome back to our very first stream of the week where we will be playing Tavern Talk all week. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I'm very excited. I looked on Google as to where we were in the story, and we're only like a third of the way through, I think, based off of the number of quests. I don't know if there's like more quests depending on which storyline you take, so it could be, you know, we're a third, we're halfway. Regardless, we've only had 4 days of Tavern Talk, and we still got apparently a good bit ahead of us, so I'm hoping to play for a really long time today. We're a little bit late. Sorry. But I'm going to play for a good while tonight, and just hopefully maybe finish it by the end of the week so we can get back to Stardew. I am really excited to get back to Stardew. I don't like having weeks where I only play one game. It kind of feels a little monotonous to me. At least for you guys, to just have to deal with me playing the same game over and over and over. I think, but I just really want to finish Tavern Talk. I really do. I have my herbal tea to help me get through, and I also have my little Sprite, because I need some carbonation in me. But also, we're really close. We're so close. It's actually, genuinely, sincerely, overwhelmingly, freaking me the actual fuck out. I don't know if I'm ready for 50 followers. I don't know if I'm ready for affiliate yet. I still have a ton of drawing of emotes to do. As much as I really enjoy our current, like, backgrounds, too, I think I'm gonna redo them again, because they're kind of hard to read, and I don't think they're very entertaining to look at. And I just like them to feel kind of more... less sterile, I think. I think my backgrounds look a little sterile. So I want to fill them with a lot of things that I already like, rather than just waiting for us to play like a ton of games for that to fill up the background. I also, I don't know, I'm just not really digging the color palette anymore. I don't know if it fits the vibe that I want. But that's that's just my thought process for the day. Holy crap, this tea is really hot. Oh my god. Okay, drinkable temperature, but not holdable temperature. Important differences. Oh god. You'll be super proud of me. I actually... There we go. Okay. You'll be super proud of me, because I actually finished editing all of my backlog of streams and VODs, and so all I need to do is create the thumbnails for them and start uploading them. So starting tomorrow, every day on my YouTube, we'll have one of our past streams uploaded, and they will be in chronological order of when they were recorded, just because that feels right to me. So if you haven't watched all of our Tavern Talk up to now, and you're just joining, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to wait a little bit. Unless you only watch on YouTube, in which case, hey, how you doing? It's probably the end of July. Sorry, oops. That is actually my bad. Like, very strongly my bad. But I'm proud of myself for getting it done now anyway. I think it's just the best that I can do. It's just who I am, honestly, at this point. Is sometimes things are just gonna be delayed because of how I'm feeling outside of stream, and that changes very frequently. This past week has not been a very good, productive week, but today I felt very productive and got a lot of stuff done, and last night I felt very productive and got a lot of stuff done, because I actually made myself a list. Honestly, the trick is always and forever making lists, and I keep forgetting that, so... Anyway. But without further ado, I've also, I will transfer over to our game in a sec, but I'm playing today with my viewers turned off. I feel like I keep looking at it too much while streaming, and to be honest, my viewership has dropped a lot. My viewer average went down from like 4 to 3.1, and I'm kind of freaking out about it because having 3 viewers on average is like required to become affiliate, so I'm like, oh fuck, will I make it to 50 followers and then not get affiliate because I'm not getting regular viewership? And then I have to wait a whole nother month until that average returns. Like, I will actually just cry if that's true. Hopefully it's not, and hopefully people will come in and join me and let me know that they're here. If not, lurkers are cool, dude. Lurkers count. I love them very much. Honestly, I kind of prefer in other people's streams. I also really enjoy just lurking and hanging out and not doing a lot. Just having things on the background. And I feel like this game is good for people like that, where I'll just be talking and narrating, and you'll get the whole story, but you won't have to do anything participatory. I think that's pretty chill and calm, and that's the kind of streamer that I want to be. So, finally, now that I'm done rambling, potentially into the void of nothingness, hold on. I also have just realized that this time that I'm streaming at is the same as one of my larger streaming friends, and they're live right now, so I don't want to compete for viewership either. If you're here, thank you. If you're not, cool. There's other ways of supporting me besides being here. Mostly watching my YouTube channel, hopefully. Or just liking my TikToks. Or just chatting anytime that you're actually free and available. I prefer that too. Anyway, we're actually gonna play the game now, I promise. Okay. Oh. There we go. I hope that's okay. I feel like it should be. Okay. Alright. This is our autosave. Yeah? I feel like that's correct. 5th of the astral moon. I know that we had some... Oh, sorry. Some notes taken the last time. I will continue to do so in my cute little calcifer notebook. Okay. Just so that I can keep track of the general plot. See, this is the kind of background that I want to have. It's like cute and subtly animated. Alright, good morning, innkeeper. Could you please make me a drink? Oh, Fable doesn't look too good today. I need something to wake me up and help me feel agile again. Of course, Fable. Just a moment. Is the music okay for you guys? Hold on. I feel like that's pretty good, right? Maybe a little bit quieter. Okay. That's hard to gauge. Yeah, she just wants... Or they just want... Is there a new Swift? I don't think we have a new Swift. Not yet, anyway. Yeah. I think maybe we'll get a new potion soon. I know that I think I looked up the achievements and there's a total of 15 potions, so... We're at 9. We'll get 4 more, I believe. Oh god. Also, apparently we can pet Andu. We did it! Yes! Good. That's all I wanted. Okay, and then we got a little achievement for it, too. Swift Strike. Thank you. I feel much better already. Long night? Very. Turns out there were a lot of farmers who needed help. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Regret offering it? Not at all. I really enjoy being able to help people. Before, I just used to wish I could help, but I never felt competent enough to try. It's fun to try. A bit exhausting at times, but I think I much prefer this over waiting around. I still could use a bit more practice, though. That's fair. Just make sure you also practice taking breaks. You'll have a much easier time helping other people if you're not close to passing out yourself. True. That's what I have your drinks for. Hold on 1 second. Okay, my drinks are not a gateway to burnout. I admire your kindness, Fable, but you too should fall under the umbrella of people you're being kind to. I mean, I'm pretty good at falling. You're pretty good at a lot of things. I try. I know. Stay and have a rest now, okay? Okay. Thank you. Oh, a new person! Ooh. Good day to you, innkeeper. I think that's the voice we're gonna choose. Good day to you too, adventure. Yes, an adventure. An adventure, that is what I am indeed. Oh no, he just has Kyle's voice now. I come here seeking a drink. What a coincidence. I do happen to have some of those in stock. What can I get you? What kind of drinks do adventurers usually get? Whatever drink they desire. Then, well, I could do with something that tastes good. Of course. Perhaps something that could protect me from my foes? Defense is the base of every adventurer's skill set, is it not? Possibly. Let's try it out. So we'll do a high defense drink. Let's see. Ooh, first snow's a good one. I think we'll do first snow. I think we're meant to when we're able to, we're like supposed to, hold on. I think we're supposed to do that. Or hold on. What if it's this? No. I think when we are able to, I think we're supposed to use the ones that are like a higher quality, like the first snow, instead of the frosted lagoon. That's just my thought. Okay. I think this is the one that we're supposed to do. And then we'll dump heavy on the defense. Okay, perfect. And then 1 dash of intelligence for snow. There we go. And I feel like there's a bunch of ways to do that too. Liquid protection against your foes, now for half the price. Thank you so very kindly. Do you like it? Well, yes, of course. Oh, his little starry eyes. Then you should say so. I apologize. I forgot to do the thing where you say words out loud. I do that all the time. I get that. Now that you've acquired a drink, care to introduce yourself? Oh, is he like a fighter type? Like a swashbuckler? How incredibly rude of me to forget. I am Gustav Archibald Richmond III, son of Lord Gustav Albert Richmond II and Lady Dorothea Bridget the 27th. And up and coming hero from Windmore, and who might you be? Oh, where's Windmore? Let's look that up. Windmore. Is that Southern Republic? Yes, it is. Oh, I'm so smart. Haha. Along the coastline lies Windmore, which is constantly embraced by a gentle breeze. Windmills adorn the skyline, grinding more grain than any other city on the continent. Windmore has an exclusive deal with the capital to send their grain through the Pale Woods and straight into the capital. It's a haven for every windmill enthusiast or folks who love freshly baked bread. The laughter of locals at the marketplace or the harbor is carried by the coastal breeze, creating a distinct feeling of home. Cute! The up-and-coming innkeeper of Zenith, happy to have you here. And I'm Fable of the Ashen Grove. You're Fable? Yes? Is that a bad thing? The Fable that saved your Garen from werewolves? The very same. Wow, what an incredible pleasure it is to meet you. I have heard so many things about you. Oh, good things, I hope? Of course. They said you single-handedly persuaded the werewolf to give up his wicked ways and reunited a family. That's one way to put it for sure. They do have a way with words. Incredible. A true hero indeed. They spoke of you helping with the aftershocks of the Starfall as well. I mean, that's a given. I need to help out when I can. You truly have the heart of a folk hero. How admirable. What about you, Lord Gustav Archibald Richmond III? What are you the hero of? Well, I'm, currently leaving my backstory era. I'm in the first act, so to speak, on my journey of becoming a full-blown adventurer. I've had a bit of a late start, but I shall catch up with haste. Also, Archie is just fine. We don't have to say the whole thing every time. Ooh, let's look at his character info. Oh, look at his little thing. He's so cute. Okay, so he's a human. He's 24. He, him. I don't know why in my brain just now when I read 24, I was like, oh, that's my age. No, it's not. No, it's not. I haven't been 24 for 4 years. I remember when I was, but it was awful. I'm just like, ooh, I'm in my mid-20s. I'm in my late 20s. He, him, swashbuckler. He's from Windmore. He's neutral good, and his arcana is the Hermit. Ooh. Archie, the Hermit is like one of my favorite arcana. Archie is the noble son of an influential family from Windmore. He's quite out of touch with reality, growing up around books instead of everyday people. That's why he's the Hermit. He wants to experience the adventurous life he always read about, especially after hearing tales of Fable, the folk hero. Oh, so he was inspired. Well, Archie, if it's haste you're looking for, I can help with that. Someone gifted me some golden feathers a few days ago. In fact, I put one in your drink. Prepared as an infusion for the right drink, they can hasten you up in no time. Really? That's spectacular. I always thought, oh, is this where we get our new Swift? Ooh, I always thought, those things were myths or legends you only read about in books. Do you read a lot? You know, sometimes. Not that much. All the time. You should. You sound like someone who enjoys adventure in books. And books are so full of them. They are. I'm just too cool for books. Books are cool. You think so? Honestly, they're so cute. Yes, I do. I mean, look at the Innkeeper's Journal. It's super cool. The coolest. Oh. Well, actually, maybe I do read quite a bit. I'm sorry for being so weird about it. Don't worry. We're all a little weird sometimes. What kind of books do you like? Fable is getting so good at socializing with people. I'm really proud of them right now. Anything full of adventures and heroes and adventuring heroes. They're just like me. Obviously, my parents would much prefer if I read about other things, such as books on etiquette or the newspaper. I'm sure they would love it if I wrote a dissertation on the intricacies of the Dyria negotiations or even became a diplomat myself. But I think I would fare much better as a savior of this world, don't you think? I hope they all team up and they do it. I think they would make it good. I think they would be very cute in like a party together. The Deria negotiations? I'm unfamiliar. It's all terribly boring, really. They're renegotiating trade routes due to the collapse of a canal bridge that was hit by a horde of spinel rhinoceroses. It's not going all that well, because they cannot agree on who should pay for the repairs, the mainland or Deria itself. Well, that's hard. We just split it 50-50, what are we talking about? Or, like, proportionate to that, to either government's, like, GDP, I would say. That's how I would do it. Just thinking about it puts me to sleep. Ooh. Crash of spinel rhinos collapsed. I love that that's what a group of rhinos is called, is a crash. Collapsed a canal bridge connecting Deria to the mainland, spawning the worst thing of all, budget discussions. Yeah, I would probably go with GDP and split it percentage-wise. And perhaps we should get back to more exciting topics. How do you plan to start off your hero's journey? By doing something heroic, of course. What's something heroic I could do? You could start by helping the local farmers. They're still rebuilding their homes and relocating their cattle as we speak. Great idea! How much gold should I give them? Gold? I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't mind gold, but I was thinking about lending them a hand. You know, physically, with your literal hands. Ah, okay. So, I would go to the farmers and ask what they need help with. Of course, of course. That sounds... I shall figure it out. Thank you for the inspiration, Fable. It has been an honor meeting you. I hope we shall cross paths again. I feel like, more so than being, like, a noble adventurer, because clearly he's dressed like a noble, I feel like him going around and just finding rumors and giving them to us would be very lucrative for him. Because then he gets to read a whole bunch and study a whole bunch like he likes, and he still gets to go out and adventure. Like Volo from Dungeons and Dragons, like the main, like Volo's Guide to Monsters, that's the whole thing that he's up to, is he just goes around and finds things and writes about them somewhat inaccurately. Thank you for the inspiration, Fable. It has been an honor meeting you. I hope we shall cross paths again. So my next quest, Innkeeper. Till then. That was adorable? Weird. Not because of him, he heard about me being a hero? That doesn't sound right. But you are a hero. Not really. I didn't even do that much yet. Not enough to be inspiring to anyone, anyway. No, you're like someone in the community who does a whole lot. And it's very meaningful. Like, I mean, who else have we heard of who actually helps? Haven't we just gone through, I believe last session, a lot of the discussion that was had with, like, NPCs was, oh, well, somebody else will handle it, somebody else will do it, and Fable's the one who's doing it. Fable and, the cleric. They're the ones out there actually doing things. There are much greater heroes than me out there. I mean, are there, though? He wasn't impressed by other heroes, he was impressed by you. That's nice. You don't sound very happy about it. I am. It's really flattering, but I just don't think I did enough to deserve his praise. I'm just some elf. It's not for you to decide who's impressed by you and who isn't. I'm personally going to keep bragging about knowing Fable, the great hero of the Ashen Grove and savior of Tregarin. Alright, I get it. Thank you, and keep. Try better to accept compliments. That is really hard to do. Good. Another person. Yes! 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 I was hoping they were going to take it.
Hello, innkeeper. Hello, Fable. Hello, Millie. And hello, Malachite. It's good to see you both again. Likewise, right, Mal? Is that your name today? Can I offer you two a drink? Actually, you can offer us a quest. Are you talking about the one you just picked up, by any chance? Your incredible deduction skills strike again. I'm only trying to match wits here. Hehe. So, you're interested in saving those poor familiars? That's right. A bunch of familiars have gone, missing. And are, seen staring out at the ocean. I am. Missing familiars, silent wizards, clues leading to a seemingly dead end. This sounds like a case for the world's greatest detective. And her sneaky assistant. They do sound like a great team. They're not a team. But they are going on a quest together. They are not. Then why are you here? She didn't want to come here alone. Then she can't reach the quest board. And I needed a drink anyway. And yet she went back there and picked it up herself. So you're sending Melly on a quest alone? As is customary, that's how the Shadow Babes have always handled it. Melly isn't part of the Shadow Babes, but she wishes to walk the path of thieves, so she must embrace their lifestyle. I think she's trying to walk the path of a detective. And that just sounds dangerous and negligent. I hope you three have a good time on your trip, but then I agree. You're not coming with me? No. Why not? Oh, Millie! I just explained that. Badly. But you have to come with me. Why? It's clearly a job for two people. There's no job that can't be done alone. That's not true. What if I need someone to sneak into the crime scene to gather evidence? Didn't you want to go on this quest to test your stealth training? What if I get nervous? What if I forget how to be stealthy? Or what if none of the familiars want to talk to me? I don't know, Melina. And what if I come back and you've been eaten by a T-Rex? Oh no, who cares? I do. Oh no. I think you should go with her. I think you should mind your own business. I think you should get the fuck out of my tavern. You don't get to hang around with people and be friendly with them to the point where you're coming in all the time, getting drinks with them, and then when they really truly need you, you're not there for them? Not allowed. Not allowed. It's time for some character development. And I think you should make better decisions. Look, Fable is pissed. That's not a good sign. Melly's right. You two make a good team, especially for this case. So, stop hiding from the imaginary T-Rex of emotional vulnerability and just go on this familiar-themed vacation. You might even enjoy it. Yeah, Malachite. Listen, Melina, even if I wanted to come with you, I couldn't. Got obligations, things to do. You're a thief. You don't have fixed working hours, and if you don't have any other friends, and you don't have any other friends waiting around for you. Oh no. Maybe not, but I do have a sheepfish to take care of. You have a sheepfish? I do. His name is Rufus, and he doesn't do well alone. Plus, he needs to be fed, and to do his daily crossword puzzles. Otherwise, his wool would get strawy. Oh, well, you're right. You can't just leave Rufus alone. Oh my god, Melly! I'll get lonely. Yeah. I could take care of Rufus. What? Well, I live nearby, and I'm very good with animals, and pretty decent at crossword puzzles. That sounds like an excellent idea. What if Rufus doesn't like you? He will. Certainly after one of Fable's famous lullabies. You sing. Sometimes. Maybe you can sing a song about how Mal and Rufus got eaten by a T-Rex while the familiars booed me out of town. I think I'd prefer a song about you and Malachite saving those familiars instead. Right now? Fine, but just this once. See it as a final exam for your training. Yay! That sounds fun! Wonderful. So, do you two need any help on your quest? Don't know. What do you think, detective? Well, it's great that you would ask, mighty assistant. Please don't call me that. Okay, Mal, then. Did that bird just poop in the corner? Did you see that? There's a bird up here and a little drop dripped down. Oh, God. Okay. Mighty Mal, then. No. How about John? Sure. So, John, thanks for asking. I have studied the quest given to us closely. And I have come to the conclusion that there is only one option. This is a classic case of finding the right clues sprinkled throughout the witnesses' testimonies and piecing them together correctly. The townsfolk, the wizards, the familiars, they'll all have different conflicting information, and we'll need to collect and untangle it all to see the whole picture. But to achieve that, we need to be charismatic enough to get the truth out of them. And for those who still refuse to talk to us out of guilt or fear, we need to activate our stealth powers, find those clues ourselves. Also, we should be quick so they can't destroy any evidence. I can offer you some of your golden feathers. They do come with a sweet aftertaste of haste. That way you should be able to make it to Soford much quicker. Great idea. I think you underestimate the severity of the situation. What would you suggest instead, John? His name switched to John. I agree with the stealth part. We could use a hint of dexterity to make sure we remain unseen for as long as possible. But I believe our focus should be on overpowering whoever is responsible for this. If they're making familiars disappear, they won't be interested in a discussion. Not a fair one, at least. We should fight first, ask questions later. I guess you got bored of the stealthy approach. Different problems require different solutions. If you're itching for a fight, may I recommend fresh phoenix chilies? Some fire resistance could be a big advantage against wizards or familiars. Whether a fireball or fire breath, you wouldn't want to walk in unprepared. Does Andu have fire breath? Technically, yes, but he's usually too lazy to use it. It helps a bunch with roasting marshmallows, though. I'd love to try Andu's marshmallows. See if I can set something up when you return. I hope we do. I really hope we do. Thank you. I think some s'mores could also help convince those familiars to help us. That's ridiculous. A dagger would be far more convincing. I think both could work. Innkeeper, what do you think? They definitely need a little bit of dexterity for sneaking around, but what should they pair it with? Haste for a quick arrival, and charisma for smooth talking, or pure strength and some fire resistance. Definitely haste and charisma. Let me think about it. Definitely haste and charisma. That's not even like a preference. Like, what other things have so far been like solved by talking and talking, or like, yeah, it just doesn't make sense. I think we're gonna do charisma. 3 charisma, 1 to 2 swifty. I think, what is it? Is it 1,000 wins? That's the one for charisma? Or sunny breeze? Huh. 1,000 wins, I think. Oh god. Just dogs. So many dogs. with an infusion of haste. I feel like they want us to do 1,000 wins. With an infusion of haste. That worries me. I hope we did this right. I think this case needs a delicate hand. The best detective work is achieved through clever conversation. Ha! You're spot on. Guess this is how I die. Don't be so pessimistic. My drinks have your back. Do you think you're prepared to solve this case, detective? Yes. With your help, we'll complete this quest with haste. We'll be back soon. Best of snooping. I really hope that was the right one to do. I should go with them to pick up that sheepfish before they disappear into the night. Don't forget to sing him a lullaby. Rufus or John? Rufus. Right, obviously. I'm gonna go now. Ooh, Fable wants to sing John a lullaby. Ooh. Have fun, Fable. Innkeeper? Chrissy, glad to see you're all right. Likewise. Good to see you and the tavern are unharmed. It's quite disaster out there, and I'm just passing through. Don't have time to stay for long. Need to check on the cottage, and the birds, and Fable. I'm sure everything is as it was. The canopies of the grove are sturdy after all. Which is why I chose to make it my home, that and the landscape. I hope your trip was nice at least. Oh, it was. It felt good to recharge and refill the creative juices. We watched a lot, I can't talk. We walked a lot, actually, almost mapped out the whole island. We also hiked to the foot of the Borean Ridge, where the auroras touch the peaks. I heard the view is quite remarkable. It was. I'd never seen anything like it before. It was the first time I got to catch a glimpse of them. Oh, our dimples are so cute. Look at them. I just want to squish them. Also caught a glimpse of the infamous Banshee. Oh. Everyone told us to avoid the lonely lagoon because of her, but it's too beautiful to ignore. I doubt the Banshee means any harm. Everyone yearns for a friend after all, even scary creatures. It gets lonely as a monster sometimes. Everyone is scared of you. How do we know? How do we know that? Are we a monster? People shouldn't be. No one can choose who they're born as. We should accept them as they are. I have a few patrons who'd really appreciate hearing that. Then I'd be happy to meet them. Speaking of which, I got you something. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, remember the gnomes? I actually met some. Really? They had a booth at the convention. We're selling all types of stuff. I remembered our conversation and got you this. That's so cute. Aw, I like that a lot. I thought you might appreciate it. I do, thank you. It'll certainly always have a special place in my heart, knowing it came from you. Oh my god, is this our girlfriend? Ooh. Ooh. Aw, you're such a sweet talker, but you can't trick me into giving you my name. What would I want with the names? Nothing good, that's for sure. But for realsies, I have to leave now. I've been gone for too long. See you around, Innkeep. See you around, Chrissy. Take care of yourself. Always. Who's this guy in the back? Oh, hello. Okay. Okay. Hiya. Oh, we know them. Oh, thank God. Hiya, good to see you again. It's been a while. Yes, a while. A while. 6,000 years. How old are we? More like 2 months. Oh, I thought I had hibernated longer. You hibernated? At this time of year? It was for the Bloom Tide Festival. It happens near my swamp every year during the Dreaming Moon. Druids and bards join together in search of the moon pools for 2 whole weeks. They dance, they laugh, they scatter pretty little flowers everywhere. They hope if they can satiate the land, it will lead them to the reflection of the cosmos. You mean the set of mythical lakes it's said to reflect all of the 7 moons at once? Yes, ever since the Twilight Chasm portal opened up with them a mere 30 years ago, travelers have become increasingly obsessed with bathing in their beauty. Such festivities sound exciting, but she does not look pleased. No! Oh God, they are loud. With their songs and their arguing about getting lost in the endless maze of the marshes. And they walk around with torches of burning ember if they swing too close to my precious vines. Why would you bring fire into a swamp? It is a little rude. Exactly. You know, I tried to join them one time. I'm so sorry about this voice, you guys. Their dainty flowers intrigued me, and I snuck up to them, dressed in my prettiest poison ivy adorned with thorns of the undying trees. And you know what they did? What? They chased me away with their fiery brooms, chased even be gone from the top of their tiny lungs. Oh, so now I hibernate every dreaming moon. That way I don't have to listen to their jolly tunes. I love her. Them. I don't know, there's something feminine about it. Maybe it's the lily. Maybe you should chase them. Maybe you should give them another chance. Very few Gaians are familiar with the creatures of bogs. Within the stories about their bone-crushing teeth. What's wrong with bone-crushing teeth? They think you might want to crush their bones with them. But that would be so rude. They don't think that way. But I think if they got to know you, they'd like you a lot. After all, you make the best flower crowns in all of Gaia. Maybe even all of Asteria. Those sound perfect for a festival. It does sound perfect for a festival. Ooh. The longer my hair grows out, I'm getting sidetracked. The longer my hair grows out, the more irritating it is to have on my head. And it's like, it's at a weird point where it's long enough to put in a ponytail, but it's not long enough to braid. And I like braiding it more, it feels more comfortable. Those sound perfect for a festival. You might be right. Maybe I'll greet them with some flower crowns next year. I could even open up a seasonal flower crown store. Oh, so cute. I'd definitely buy one. But right now, I'm awake and thirsty. Do you have swamp water on the menu today? I'm all out, sorry. Too bad. Something else then. Oh, I know. Do you still have those drinks that make you feel like an itsy-bitsy spider? I want to be fast and dangly. Oh god. In fact, I still do. Give me one moment. Okay. They're ordering a fast. A speedy quick. A swift strike. There we go. I don't know why that takes me so long to figure out. Now that we have so many drinks, I'm like constantly hoping to find one that actually matches. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. Oh man. A spider's agility in a cup, just for you. Oh, delicious. I feel like I could scale any spider web and devour a fly. I feel like I could scale any oh, I said that. Thank you, innkeeper. That woke you up from your slumber anyhow? What woke you up from your slumber anyhow? Did you poop? I think the bird keeps pooping. The night sky fell into my dirt hut. It burned my favorite weeping willow to bits. I am replanting it into many small sniffling willows. Oh, many small sniffling willows instead of a weeping willow. They are feasting upon the ashes of the stars that tried to extinguish them. It's a powerful nutrient. Sounds tasty. After the trees and winds and pillbugs calm down, I plan to go back to sleep. All that calamity made me awfully tired. But when I tried to sleep, all I could focus on was this feeling spreading in my chest. Heartburn? Loneliness. Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna be right back, you guys. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Just need to adjust my setup a little bit. Hopefully my audio doesn't sound gross. Because that's been an issue. Ooh, my sound. 1 second. And there we go. I hope. I hope. Okay. Also, wow, the background music, with Baya is really funky. I love it so much. But yeah, this is Baya. Hi, Sage. Hello, welcome in. It's been a good day so far. I was very productive off stream. I got a lot of my editing done, so VODs will be uploaded on a normal schedule again soon. But other than that, I hope you've had a really good weekend. I will continue the story. This is Baya. We just met her, but we've known her beforehand, it seems. She talked about, or at least they, we should see if they're in our character book yet. They are. Okay, okay, she, they. Okay. Me too. Age 555. Okay, so when they said that we hadn't talked to them in like 10,000 years, they haven't even been alive for 10,000 years. They're from the Moon Swamp, chaotic neutral, and the Arcana is the Lovers. How cute! What an interesting Arcana for them. But they were talking about how they were hibernating because there's like a festival that takes place in their swamp, and one time they tried to hang out with them, and then the people who were doing the festival thought that they were a demon. And this is the voice that we chose for them. Loneliness. On cue. On cue, my dogs are barking. They have been barking non-stop. I should get out of there and advertise my new spa. Because only crickets were visiting, and they aren't very good at marketing. You know, maybe if people visit me instead of me visiting them, they won't chase me off. So I went to where I knew people could use my services, their werewolf camp at the Ashen Grove. I didn't want to intrude on their personal space, of course. So I just hung the coupons on thin pieces of red string in the nearby canopies. Such a bad idea. Together with some jolly little bells, so that the wind would announce their presence. Like little spells that draw you towards the nearest mud masks. I hope they'll visit me sometimes. Oh, she runs a little spa. That's cute, because I didn't know you opened a spa. It's new. I want to share my flowers and mud and pools with everybody, so we can all look beautiful together. Oh, that's why she's the Lovers Arcana. That's so cute. That sounds wonderful, Maya. I agree. Let's read. Okay. Baya is an ancient swamp creature I've known for a long time. She's a very sweet soul, but other people tend to find her terrifying, even attacking her. I did find her very scary at first. They love spiders and opened a swamp spa a while ago. Sadly, she hasn't gotten a lot of visitors yet. I agree. Can I leave some of my coupons here? Yes. Thank you. Please hand them out to all your customers. I will happily share this fantastic offer with them. Oh, her little face! You could also just come here more often and hand them out yourself. But there's no one else here. Except the jackdaw. Up behind my picture, there's a jackdaw. Do you want a coupon, little creature? I will leave one in your nest. No one's here because it's almost closing time, Baya. You have to come by earlier, during the day, or earlier in the evening, or during events. But there will be people here. Oh god. Yes, I believe that's the point. Too scary. I shall go now. Don't forget to hand out my coupons. Will do. How are you gonna run a spa if you're agoraphobic like that? Ah, our first day of the night. Done. Our first day of the night. Ooh, it's raining. 8th of the Astra Moon. Okay, so we've skipped a few days. I think it was 5th of the Astra Moon when we started the chapter. Twin Flames, it says. This might be the final scene of Act 2. I'm not sure. Hey, Innkeeper. Hello, it's been a while since I've seen you around. A whole week to be exact, and you already miss me? Oh my god. How am I drinking tea and I'm a little clogged up? A little. Cute. I got my hands on a job all the way over in Diria. I cannot express how hot she is. She is literally one of the most attractive characters in this game. Seemed like something relatively easy but well paid. Or like something too good to be true. Not this time. Apparently the farmer just wanted it to be done quickly, so she offered a higher than average rate. Sounds like easy money. Yeah, I wish. You know, I think I could use a drink first. Something that'll bring back my usual speed and agility. I feel like this job drained me of all my energy. Only if I get to hear the rest of the story. Sounds like a good deal to me. How do we get paid? Do we have money? Are people paying us for these drinks? I just realized that. I think they're paying us in, like, their life force that it takes to tell the story. Hee 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 hee. Look at his little sparkly eyes! There we go. Let's hope this suits your taste. Your drinks never disappoint. Glad to hear. I can definitely feel my senses coming back to me. I made you a drink. Now it's your turn. Tell me about your latest job. Fine, a deal's a deal. Told you the client's a farmer, right? She has a large flock of two-headed sheep. Ooh. Apparently that darn starfall damaged their barn, and they somehow managed to break out of their enclosure. Didn't think they were that clever, honestly. Sheep are fucking nuts. They'll go anywhere if you give them a chance. Must be the two brains. Or that. Probably. Anyways, they got out right before their shearing appointment, and of course the farmer needed to get them back in time. Especially considering the rumors surrounding Deary at the moment seems to be a dangerous place nowadays. Apparently an unusual amount of cattle have been going missing these past few weeks. Ooh, new rumor. New rumor afoot. So local folks have been keeping a closer eye on their flocks and fences. Danger zone. Oh! So it's part of the crash of Spinel rhinos collapsed in the Deria main one spawning the worst thing of all budget discussions. Deria seems to be very unsafe at the moment, at least if your cattle, a few animals have not returned home in a while. Well, maybe the crash of rhinos was like running from something then. Of course, the farmer wanted her sheep to be safe, so she hired someone to bring her animals back. That someone being you, obviously. I thought to myself, I'm a monster hunter. Handling animals is basically my job. I'd say a monster hunter is rather known for, well, hunting instead of handling. That was exactly the issue. Do you know how stubborn two-headed sheep are? Pretty stubborn. Let me guess, they're twice as stubborn as one-headed sheep? You got it. They're impossible to get moving, impossible to startle. One head might be eating, but the other is always watching you. But you did it, right? I suspect you wouldn't be here if you hadn't finished the job. You're absolutely correct. I was at my wit's end. Imagine having fought hundreds, if not thousands of beasts. And some sheep are the only enemy you can't win against. That sounds like an incredibly humbling experience. It was. Trust me. But luckily I got some help. Another adventurer saw me struggling and offered her assistance and knowledge. Or should I say, a retired adventurer. Oh? Yeah, she was very insistent on that label. Some kind of astral finfolk. Must have lost her arm a while ago. Oh no. Back to the sheep, she told me there's apparently one thing that gets their full attention. You got any guesses on what that magical tool might be? I have no... Clovers! Oh god, I love her! Oh my god, I love her! More than do clovers, to be precise. They go absolutely feral for 'em. A few will make them follow every single one of your commands. But some with your experience must know that, innkeeper. That's right, I gave her a southern accent. I love her. She looks so cute. Do you know each other? Barely. Ha, keep your secrets then, oh so mysterious innkeeper. She looks like she speaks her grandkids' cookies or something. She's got a devious side, I see it. I wanted to buy her a drink after she helped me out back there. Didn't expect you to be you two to be best friends, honestly. Best friends? I think you got that one wrong, Jade. I'd never befriend someone like them. I have taste. Well, that was unnecessarily rude of you, Una. You didn't even consider my feelings. Consider me sorry and keep. Apology accepted. Speaking of taste, what about your drinks? I know you've always liked experimenting with potions and other suspicious liquids. Looks like you finally made it, huh? Indeed. I think I got the hang of it. Then what are you waiting for? Your old rival is waiting for a drink. Preferably one that'll restore my energy. Those sheep made my old bones all wobbly, and I don't like feeling so weak. Got ya. Let's see what that old magic has to offer. Don't worry, they might not look it, but their drinks are actually really good. I bet. I'll just take that as a compliment, I suppose. Alright, let us... what is it? The fighty one? Yeah, I guess Sailor's Courage covers her for sure. I think... Chili pepper. Yeah, covers that. There we go. Although I am realizing... no, I did need the infusion. Yes. Yep, that about does it. Oh, wow. Impressed? Don't get cocky now. You don't have to be shy. You can just admit I've improved. So, Una, Jade's told me you're retired now? Had enough of the adventuring business? Absolutely. I don't want to have anything to do with that anymore. I've completed enough quests for at least 2 lifetimes. And yet you decided to help Jade. Ever had to handle a 2-headed sheep? Not yet. Lucky you. Lucky indeed. I just couldn't watch her struggle with those stone beasts any longer, but this is a one-time exception. Did the farmer pay accordingly after your morning dew clover's magic trick? Oh, absolutely. She was so happy she gratefully paid both of us. That's good to hear. She even tipped us with some gems she supposedly found in one of her fields. Oh. But I'm a Mida. I don't have any use for stones like those. And since I'm retired, I couldn't care less about material riches. So we figured we'd give them to you instead. Gems. But I wouldn't tell that precious blonde dragon priestess if I were you. It feels like a blasphemous gift. We have a new infusion, citrine. This rare gemstone can only be found in well-hidden eastern parts of the Forbidden Valley. Citrine is said to be favored by the dragons due to its incredible divine properties. It grants you the blessed buff. Hello, Jessie. Hi. I hope you're having a good day and that you had a good weekend. We just got a new infusion and we've met a new character. Blessed with the divine magic of the dragons, adventurers will have a much better chance fighting the undead or any other unholy creatures, or any creatures, really. Okay, looks like it pluses defense and strength, but minuses charisma? Weird. Oh, you just got home from work! Yes, new infusions. It's now easier to make drinks. Don't have the recipes for you. But I hope work was good today. It's kind of late, though. I'm getting home like an hour and a half after because of the bus that I'd have to take from my old office. That was a nightmare. Oh, divine gems, a little blasphemous indeed. I think I know just the right way to use them, thank you. Don't mention it. Now that we're done here, I can finally go back to crocheting for the rest of my life. Oh, she has a crochet hook. I love her. didn't get this hook put in for nothing. Of course, I occasionally gotta rip some youngsters off while playing cards. Ooh, we have her personal information now. Finfolk. She's 68. She, her pronouns. Arcane engineer. She's from the Astral Sea. Neutral good. And her arcana is the Empress. I feel like that's accurate. They did a really good job choosing all of the things. Wait, so does this mean... How many arcana are there? Let's Google that. I feel like there's 20-something. Major arcana. So we have the Fool. I think we found the Magician, the High Priestess. We have the Emperor, the Empress. I don't think we have the Emperor yet. Or the Hierophant. We just found the Lovers. We have the Chariot. We don't have Strength. We have the Hermit. We don't have Wheel of Fortune. And we don't have Justice. Or do we have Justice? Is that Alethea? No, she's the High Priestess. The Hangman, the Fool, the World, the Chariot, the Moon, Judgment, the Emperor. Oh! Mine is the Emperor. Oh, so interesting that Una and Jade, who's Amida, Jade is the Emperor and Una is the Empress. I wonder if that matches up with anything else. The Star, and then John is the Moon. It does match up. And then Fable is the Hangman. So John is the Moon, Melly is the Star. Then that probably means that they'll match up with the Sun. Who's that? Do we have the Sun yet? We don't. But they might. I have a feeling that that's possible. And we also don't have Death, or Temperance, or the Devil. I don't know if the Devil will be included in this. We do have the Tower and the Star and the Moon. I don't think we have the World. Oh no, we do. Ray is the World. And we do have the Chariot. How cool! That's so cute that that matches up. I haven't lost a game in at least 4 decades. That's remarkable. Or impossible for someone who's only playing fair. I think your lucky streak will end with me today. I have also never lost a game in at least a decade. Well, are you challenging me to a duel? Absolutely. And whoever loses has to pay for the next round of drinks. That's the spirit. I like you, bounty hunter, but don't come crying to me after I annihilate you. Ha, you wish. Jade, be on guard. You're worried about me? Cute. I am worried about you. You're my favorite. I just know for a fact that Una is a master at cheating. I doubt that's changed. So you're saying you've lost against her? More than once, yes. Pathetic. Hey, are you talking about me? Listen, Innkeep, if your opponent is obviously cheating like she was, you can't beat them fair and square. You gotta beat them at cheating. Now watch how a real master does it. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Oh, oh! A new kid! Good day! Oh my god, I love him! I have returned, Innkeeper. Welcome back, Miss Anwar, and welcome. This brave adventurer's name is Clay Moore. He offered unexpected support during my quest. Hold on. The dogs, they are loud in this house. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you so much on behalf of, the world. Yes, of course. The world, Mr. Clay. You don't need to do the whole Mr. thing. Just Clay is alright with me. Oh, I love him. Otherwise it sounds so formal, like talking to one of those graph people. Oh, you wouldn't want to be one of those. Clay it is then. Can I offer you both a drink in exchange for the story of how you two met? That would be a fun trade, right, Tia? Shit, dude. Are we back? Is there something wrong with my Wi-Fi right now? Oh god. Somebody let me know if we're okay. Are we good? Are we back? Oh, jeez. I think, Tavern Talk crashed and so did OBS at the exact same time. Also, my computer is... We're back! Okay, good. Thank God. Oh, I love that. I love that for us. Nothing says, smooth sailing, like, not any smooth sailing at all. I don't know what words are coming out of my mouth anymore. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna try loading it up and seeing if that helps. But big yikes. Big yikes. It said something about like an encoder error on my OBS. Okay. I'm glad I'm not alone. But how did... I really hope I don't need a new laptop. I do not have time for that. And it's not even old. It's like 2 years old. Okay. We're gonna start the day over, I guess. Let's just Streamlabs. I stopped having issue. OBS just takes a while. I heard, is Streamlabs the thing that's linked directly to Twitch? Or is that the other OBS form that... Isn't that supposed to take up like a ton of CPU? Not that I don't have the CPU to spare, but... Haven't noticed it doing so? Okay. Putting that on my little list of things. And Streamlabs has like a ton of stuff too, I think, like aesthetic-wise. This is good. This is interesting. So I have overlays. Yeah. The overlays on here are kind of hard for me to set up, but I have it like... I kind of intentionally made it difficult on myself because I have like all of my little happy birthday decorations. Oh, that's not the right one. Oh, that's not the right one at all. Oh, that's so dumb. Oh, it's not even pulling from the right source at all. That is so silly. Ugh. There's supposed to be confetti in the background when I click that. But I recently deleted a bunch of files. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I have to do off of stream to get this back up and running properly. Yay! Okay, let's go on the list. Oh, there we go. My stream elements kicked in. That's how you know we're alive. Yeah, okay. We'll fix my overlays. Because here's the thing. I mentioned this at the beginning of stream, but like I have my dad bought me this little Calcifer journal because he knows that I like Howl's Moving Castle, so he keeps buying me Howl's Moving Castle stuff like every major holiday and my birthday. It's very cute. Very cute, Dad. Thank you, thank you. then he show off because he also has this obsession with like the little like Japanese erasers. He loves going to Mitsuwa, which is like a huge Japanese market by me, and he gets these little food erasers. And yeah, probably the castle is the best one. That and like Spirited Away, honestly, are pretty tied for me, just because of nostalgia, really. To-do lists are like, I have to. If I don't have them, like, I'm not gonna get anything done. Evidenced by my stupid long list of videos to edit, which I did do. I finished them. I just have to make the thumbnails now. So, they'll be uploaded soon. Right, overlays. But, like, with the overlays, I kind of want to redo them again. I kind of don't like them. I think they're kind of sterile and don't have a lot going on. Like, hold on, I'll switch to my, like, morning. Like, right? Like, they kind of looks... Oh, jeez. It kind of looks like a little bear. A little empty. I tried adding a little cow. Okay, okay. I believe you, I trust you. It's going in the book. It's written. So it is written. So it shall be. See some book of bundle prices. See, but I drew it. I drew this. I want to do more drawing. I do have to also draw all of my emotes again, too. So much. Yeah. I just really need to do, like, some good research and then theming and designing for a bit. I don't think I'll release it as so long as this stays stable. It's enough slices for a bit, please. I need some more time. I need like a good couple of weeks before I hit 50, please. I know I literally asked for this, but it's too much. It's enough slices. Exactly. Oh god. Okay. Alright, let's get back into it. Oh, it auto-saved. Oh, thank God. Can you imagine if we had to start the chapter over? I'd cry. Okay, actually, I'm writing that down for my eventual review of this game, which is the autosave. The other thing is I want to start doing reviews. I just have to actually do them and, like, think about them. Alright, then what can I get you? Play, please go ahead. Oh my, you've got a lot of stuff on the menu. How about... Why is that thing moving? How about one of those drinks with ingredients? Oh god. You look strong. How about something extra for those muscles? That sounds nice. Let's go with that. 1 minute. He's such a baby. I love him. Okay. Yeah, so he wants Sailor's Courage. And we have Citrine. But where is that stored? Oh, I think... Oh, here it is. What does it give? It subtracts Charisma. But we need a bit of charisma. Yeah, I don't want to do that. What did we do last time? I think it was... Yeah, it was the flame chilies. We'll do that. Besides, he looks cold. He looks like he needs something to warm him up a bit. Oh. Okay, there we go. I accidentally grabbed the wrong one, but it worked out anyway. Can you pour, please? There we go. That's a Southern Brawler, but we want something stronger. There we go. Aw, that kind of fits Tim, try this. I think it might knock your socks off. This tastes strong and magic-y, but my socks are still on. Still, I love it. I'll have to remember this one for next time. What is it called? Don't worry. I'll remember it for you. Thank you. Yes, I will remember it for you, she says, with short-term memory loss. Okay. The paper will remember it for me. Now, Miss Anwar, what would you like? I need some of that liquid vigilance. Even in here, it's important to stay on guard. Wouldn't this be the right time to relax? There is no such time. Alright. Oh my god, look at his cute little face! Then I shall aid you on your divine mission of not falling asleep standing. Is remaining alert? Okay, defense. The first snow is high defense. Let's do that. And then what plus is it? Let's check our different infusions. Where is it? No, it's here. Okay. That's okay. That's alright. What increases defense? A frozen pine cone. I don't think we'll do that. I think we'll do the little thing. Yes. Are you talking about this boy, or are we talking about the loud noise of my dogs playing downstairs and shouting at one another? Okay, good. I'm glad. It is very cute to watch in person. Maybe a little worrisome. Because they're so big and they like to like bite each other's necks, but they're not actually biting, they're just like holding it in their mouths. And so you just watch like two bears fighting downstairs and making a lot of noise, and they do this little like snap thing at each other, like they'll literally scream into one another's mouths, just going ah. And that to me is adorable, but it's also so loud and overstimulating. And I can't do a lot of loud noises. Oh, good. Now outside, however, it's worse because they'll do the whole sprint around thing, and they've knocked my knees a couple of times, and it's bad because they weigh as much as I do, so it's like having two large humans barrel into you. Okay. Some liquid vigilance diluted with some delicious secret ingredients. Enjoy. I could do with something less diluted, but you're right. It's delicious. Try the tails while they're eating to annoy each other. It's the funniest. That is really funny. Here they just shove each other out of the way and eat each other's food, and it's like, no! You're each on like specific diets. Stop eating each other's food. But biting each other's tails is kind of cute. Because it's something that like puppies do all the time. They're just being babies. Happy to hear that. Do we get to tell the story now? Please, go ahead. Is he... He looks like a Goliath. Which is cute, because my cleric is a Goliath. And then her girlfriend kind of looks like this. And this is fancy. Yeah, there we go. It's just a little littermate thing. He does remind me of Brog. Yes! Oh, I keep on forgetting that you know what Critical Role is, and it's so great. He does, he does. He also reminds me a little bit of my Goliath cleric. Definitely the ponytail aspect, because I gave mine like stupid long hair. You think I could start with the seashells? No, I think some exposition is in order first. As you already know, Innkeeper, I planned to start my investigation right here in Zenith, specifically at the local Gaia temple. So I've been told. Mostly about that wobbling ooze. Ah, yes, that was certainly something. Unfortunately, besides their fascinating personal secrets, they had nothing of value to share with me. But fortunately, thanks to your rumors, I was not entirely without a lead. The wizard's prophecy led me to Dalwell. Okay, where's Dalwell? Find the map, find the map, find the map, find the map. Sofer, Demale, Gravelmac, Silver Pass. No. Werewolf. No. Hold on. I think it's Southern Republic. No. Okay. Moonspot? Arrow Capsule. No. That's the Amber Isles. Here we go. It's under Fairweather. Since Dalwell was never officially conquered by the Republic nor the Majocracy, they currently both strongly believe it to be their territory. This means they cannot agree on their name either, Dalwell or the Abandoned Isles. It is quite a heated topic of debate. So what? She is, well, she's from the Republic, so of course she would think that the Amber Isles is called Dalwell then. Or, okay. Or I should say the Abandoned Isle, or Fairweather. I could have just waited and read. The name changes depending on who you ask. I didn't know it had that many names. I always just called it Kelpie Island. Why? Because it's shaped like one. Probably the smartest approach. Kelpie Island, or Fairweather, its name means very little to me. Its local settlement of Fae was much more relevant. They built everything into the giant sequoia that holds their portal to Avalon. Their portal is in the tree? Yes, right in its center. They call it the Horizon Tree. It's beautiful. Oh, she's so cute. The Fae themselves were moderately helpful. It was difficult to get them to focus on the severity of the situation. And I was pretty sure they were preparing some sort of morbid ritual with the acorns that they were stringing up with between rose bushes in asymmetrical shapes. Oh, I always thought those were art projects. Common misconception, it sounds more like they were preparing to charge them with astral moonlight. For what? If you freeze them, they make for good ice cubes. Oh god. Do you participate in such practices? Not at the moment. I'm just not going to question that. Eventually, I got them to sit still long enough to ask them about any strange occurrences around their settlement. Did they understand your definition of strange? After some explanation, they told me about how just recently an astral humpback whale had rampaged through one of their nearby scouting camps. Just 2 days before the stars fell. They said it seemed like it was running from something and that it was full of seething fury. They also claimed it to be a good sign because it promised adventure. Seems like an understatement, majorly. I mean, it did end up in some kind of an adventure. Investigating disaster is not an adventure, it is the necessity of dire circumstances. I had fun. That makes two of us. It certainly was a sign of something being awry, and I was determined to get to the bottom of it. So, naturally, I made my way to nearby Carapace Beach. Carapace Beach. And prepared a celestial summoning ritual under the young astral moon. For the humpback whale, I suppose. What else would I be summoning? I thought maybe you wanted to ask Cassiopeia for her input. Are you out of your mind? The Realm Keepers have sworn a divine oath of neutrality that prevents them from directly interfering with the simple world of us mortals. Yet, stars fell? And out of her realm? full might... Oh, wow, she looks so mad. The full might of their powers could disrupt the delicate balance of their cosmic design. Right, sorry. Slipped my mind. You're forgiven. I don't know what's wrong. I'm having such a bad, coughing day. As I was preparing the ritual, readying myself to confront the troublemaker, I suddenly found myself being interrupted by a strange request. That was me. I asked her if she needed any more seashells. Did she? I did, actually. Preparing dragon head tritons and flimmering limpet shells can heighten the dual aspect of the celestial twins. Okay. Therefore making the connection to the astral sea more stable. Obviously. I had managed to find a limpet shell, and one happened to be among his offerings. I honestly just thought she was decorating the beach and that she could do with some more color. You weren't wrong in a way. Sadly, the shells burned up during the ritual. Singed Tia's hands, too. Just a little. Fortunately, I possess spectacular healing capabilities. Fortunate indeed. Were you collecting seashells for beach decorating, or your very own ritual, Clay? I was collecting them for my friends. I love him. I love him and his sparkly little eyes. At this time of year, Kelpie Island is full of all kinds of sparkling floating animals from the astral sea. And they love munching on seashells. Do you encounter these creatures a lot? I try to. They're very nice. Clay can talk to animals. Gaia's blessing rests upon him. Oh, she blushed at that. Okay. Fantastic. It is. Though I'm not always sure they liked talking to me. They tend to disappear sooner or later. Sometimes they come back, but often they don't. I think maybe I accidentally say things that upset them without realizing it, and they think I mean to hurt them. Oh, I hate when that happens. You mean they just disappear like they were never there? Yes, like they moved to a different, quieter beach. Or like they returned to the astral sea. I feel like they would tell me if they went back home. Not necessarily. Many Astraean creatures can traverse the plains at will, but they don't always have control over when they return. On many occasions, the astral currents pull them back home before they're ready. And once you're swept up in them, each subsequent journey out becomes more and more difficult, or so I've been told. Yeah, I'm sure we were just told that and don't have personal experience with it. I find us very suspicious. I am most suspicious of myself in this game. I would guess your friends either went home when you weren't there or got pulled back before they had a chance to say goodbye. So you're saying the sea swallowed them? Not quite. It just beckoned them home through a celestial hug of sorts. So that means I can just visit them in the astral sea? That would be an incredible undertaking. Traveling between planes is quite hazardous. It is, but echoes are from the primordial sea, and my family has lived here for quite a while, I think. Oh, he's an echo? They must have gotten here somehow. Oh, I guess he would be an earth echo? We have the air echo. They say it was much simpler to traverse between planes once. But for a long time, it has been almost impossible without complicated and dangerous rituals. Until recently, the astral sea was the only possible way to pass through the barriers. And accessing it requires meticulous planning, not to mention the sea tends to come with more risks than rewards. Even your Astraean friends who can choose to leave their home plane on a whim get pulled back by the currents eventually. Imagine what would happen to you if you went in unprepared. But the Fae on Kelpie Island aren't from Gaia either, and they told me they haven't lived here for very long. Since the 5 interplane portals opened up, interplanar travel has become a lot more accessible again. At least when it comes to the dream planes. But even the astral and primordial seas, not to mention are finally open to us again after all these years. Is anybody else, gently confused? I feel like we're reading off a lot of science mumbo-jumbo, but it's magical and mystical. It makes sense in, a D&D context. But for anybody who's never played D&D before, this is probably like a bunch of confusing bullshit. Okay, what do we mean by dream planes? So there's the astral sea and the... Did you say spectral sea or something? And they reflect each other. And then there's other planes besides the two, or are they inside the other astral planes? I got questions. I got too many questions. It is a true miracle to witness in our lifetimes. So the portals haven't always been there? I didn't know that. Who put them there? Well, that is a very good question. And one that would blow the scope of this conversation beyond its bounds, I would think. You still have to tell me how you summoned that whale. You're right, we're getting off track. As Clay and I talked, he told me about his fascinating friend with the astral creatures, and his ability to speak with animals as if they share a language. So you asked him for help? Well, he offered his aid. Certainly could have handled it on my own, but you didn't have to. Right, that, obviously. Thank you very much, Clay. Anytime. So I summoned it. The ritual worked exceptionally well and appeared out of the sky in a wave of concerning darkness. Stars used to accompany them. I mean, there was one star. There was. The whale was even bigger than I had anticipated, almost as tall as the horizon tree. Oh jeez, that's huge. And in its stomach rested a giant sun, the only star in the night sky whose light had not been extinguished, nestled right in its belly. That sounds beautiful. It was, in a way. The star wasn't the only thing to worry about, though. The whale didn't look at all happy about being summoned. Instead, it looked like a wounded animal that was one loud noise away from lashing out. And it looked sick. Its translucent skin was gray, like it was frozen with the coldness of the highest mountains or the deepest depths. Ooh. Its eyes were pale, almost blind, with no warmth in them. I thought for a brief second we must fight this beast before it consumes us and everything in its path. But when I looked over at Clay, I saw a deep understanding in his eyes, like he wasn't seeing a monster, but a friend. So I stayed quiet, knowing that whatever he knew outweighed my fear. You knew what it needed, Clay? Not completely, but I knew that look in its eyes. That feeling when you're so scared you get angry, when you want to fight because you're terrified you won't be able to flee. Oh, wow, okay. Right in my gut. So I kneeled to show it that I didn't mean any harm, and I held out my last conch shell in my hands. It took a moment to overcome the instinct to mistrust. Then it picked the shell up gently and ate it. I saw the conch freeze as it was swallowed. It looked painful. Wanting to comfort the whale, I reached out and carefully put my hands against its cheek. I wanted it to know it wasn't alone. Oh, he's so cute! I'm sure it needed that. It did. It was so sad it cried tears of golden dust. Its tears turned to ice before they even hit the ground. It was at that moment I realized its body had been cursed with a potent frostbite. I knew it did not trust me yet, so I did what I previously would not have thought possible. Through a hand on Clay's shoulder and the magic of your drink, I was able to briefly transfer my magic into Clay, allowing him to cure it of its disease. He kissed it on the forehead, and the ice burned away, freezing it of the endless chill. That's so nice! It was quite sweet. That's one lucky whale. And one unusual effect of that infusion. Is that not usually possible? Inspiration is a fickle thing. Such magic is deeply personal and differs from person to person. I always enjoy seeing how others imagine support to look like. Oh god, that's cute. Oh, I love that so much. Oh, that was probably really gorgeous to watch. I love games like this. Tia's support was very helpful. I'd hope so. Once it was free of its pain, the whale was ready to talk to us. I asked what had happened, and it told me about fighting some sort of evil creature on 2 legs. A creature on 2 legs? So humanoid then? We assume, and it turns out whales don't care much about our appearances. It cared more about all the things being thrown at it. What a mean way to approach a whale. Apparently it swallowed some kind of stone. It could only remember its black and white color, and that it tasted horrible. But it thought, I have a strong digestive thing, it's nothing to worry about. Rookie mistake. The 2-legged monster just wouldn't stop attacking, so it fled as quickly as it could, trying to find its way home. It felt really bad about destroying the camp. I get why. The worst part about being angry is seeing the wreckage you leave behind. Oh, Tia, do you ever get angry? No. I am the embodiment of calmness and self-discipline. You've been pissed almost half of this time. When I come, they call that repression. You forgot divinity. Thank you. I did. I feel like in this game I'm just gonna try and boost everybody's ego. Luckily its anger subsided when it found its way back. It thought it was finally safe, but suddenly this freezing cold began. I don't mind the cold much. Oh, why is this guy moving so much? I'm from the Highlands and we get a lot of snow in winter. But the kind of cold it was describing sounded awful. Painful and inescapable, like it was freezing from the inside out. Hold on. I mean, genuinely. So incredibly, like, just that. I don't know, my throat feels weird today. But not in, like, a painful way, in, like a numb way. Just weird. I'm also really stuffed up. Yay. The potent frostbite I mentioned, it seems a curse took hold and slowly spread throughout its entire body. It tried to keep itself warm by feeding on solar crabs and cosmic squid, but that didn't help much. It just kept getting more scared and angrier and colder. Until even its brain was freezing over, it couldn't think of anything other than the cold. So in its desperation, it ate the hottest thing it could find. A star. A star, a giant one at that. It looked deceptively small, contained in its belly. Oh my god. But apparently it was one of the biggest one the night sky had to offer. The East Star. The East Star! It ate Pharos, the guiding star of the endless seas? It did, and it helped. It kept its frostbite at bay, even if it did not eradicate it. But as you can imagine, such a massive star disappearing did not have the most desirable effect on the astral sea's delicate balance of gravity. I can imagine that. The whale was very confused about what had happened. I'm just trying to, like, process. Can you imagine? Like, can you imagine, like, a whale swallowing the Little Dipper? Like, what the fuck? Or the North Star? But it said all the stars around it suddenly started to fall and spin out of place. They crashed into each other, causing more and more destruction with each passing moment. I didn't understand everything it described, but it sounded bad. To label it as bad would be quite the understatement. The falling stars ripped holes in Cassiopeia's wings. To think that one hungry creature could break the entire balance of the universe and literally puncture holes in a dragon god's wings. This is peak fantasy. Absolutely amazing. It was hurt and scared. It should have endured instead of hurting others. Oh, okay. Weird. It was alone. It didn't know all that would happen. It could count itself lucky you two were there to help. It didn't. I'm sure it tried its best. I think we'll find a good middle ground with those two. Indeed, I don't want to imagine the additional chaos it could have caused. I don't care about could-haves, I just care that we were able to help. Did you also manage to free it of the star in its stomach? No, the frostbite may be gone, but that star is part of it now. Oh god. It has become the first of a new kind, a sun-humpbacked whale. And probably the last one, too, as all other stars in the astral sea have been snuffed out. We will never be able to see the night sky again, and in turn, that whale must forever live with the guilt nestled in its stomach. Right, some things are forever changed now. That's kind of the point of disasters. But perhaps the star doesn't stand for shame, but the pride of its survival. We shouldn't be sad that most are gone, but happy that one managed to make it through. Besides, I mean, what if the whale dies? You know? Can it go back? Besides, we may have lost the night sky's starry companions, but it managed to gain 2 new friends. Even the worst situations can lead you to light sometimes. I like that. You should never be sad about finding new friends. Speaking of friends, on the way back we ran into this traveling souvenir shop. Do we have a new trinket? I bought friendship bracelets for Tia and I with little whale charms on them. That's so cute! But she didn't want to wear them just yet, so I'm waiting until she's ready. It's very nice of you, right, Tia? They're a hazard for fights and can get caught in things. Sure. I'm looking forward to seeing how they look with your armor. Tia also found something for you at the souvenir shop. She said it reminded her of your tavern. And now that I've seen it in person, I agree. Now I'm curious, what is it? Oh, that's so cute. It's a little sun catcher. I want one. Oh, that's a very pretty mosaic. The shopkeeper told us a little bit about it. Supposedly this piece of art represents a new beginning after a hard-fought battle. Kind of like the rise of the sun hunchback whale. That's very fitting. Thank you, Tia. So, Tia, aren't you glad Clay was there to help you? Clay, aren't you glad Tia was there to help you? I don't know which one. I feel like we've leaned a lot towards like Tia's options and stuff. Maybe we should throw Clay a bone? But I do want to see Tia get more like character development from finding like relations with other people more meaningful besides just, oh well, they're useful to you. I'm gonna do it. Okay. I suppose I am. You really are? You are surprisingly competent. Perhaps one might even say I could not have done this entirely without you. If one was to be extreme about it. I think someone like you could do anything alone if you put your mind to it. But that doesn't mean you should have to. I'm always happier when doing difficult things if I have help from other people. Well said, Clay. Stellar teamwork, you two. Keep it up. Will do. Much more importantly, clearly our quest was not successful. What are you talking about? You cured the sun humpback whale, you found out why the stars fell, you even made new friends. What more could you want? We still haven't the slightest idea who caused all this. An angry humanoid figure? And that is who exactly? Oh, I hope we open the letter. Oh, we have to, because the guy who did this sent us a letter. And we haven't read it. Well, you can rule out you, me, and the innkeeper, assuming. Well, we can rule out you and me. Ouch. But true. No hard feelings. I believe you're innocent, but sometimes evil hides in plain sight. One must not be led astray. I understand. Paranoia is a hard habit to break. Clearly someone orchestrated this. It seems too random and methodical to have been an accidental side effect. I must find out what hides in the darkness. If something like this happens again, it could end in a calamity, the likes of which we have never seen before. Ah, don't worry too much about it, girlie. This is just kinda how oblivions are around here. I wouldn't call this just another oblivion. How often have you seen the stars fall from the sky? 0 times. I was asleep when it happened, and now that it's over, there go my chances of ever witnessing a supreme meteor shower. You should not wish to witness such horrors. Some horrors are fun to look at. Listen, love, when I was your age, I used to worry about stuff like this all the time. This weirdo over here did too. We all did, at one time or another. But I know from experience that making such a fuss about it won't get you anywhere. These bite-sized calamities are part of the natural order of things. From chaos to balance to chaos back to balance, everything just switches around in a never-ending cycle. Sure, it's good to keep an eye out, but you don't have to give yourself an aneurysm over it. Just pick out a quest if it worries you and follow the natural flow of the universe. That way, if you're lucky, you'll end up retired like me. Such a leisurely attitude only leads to failure. And, even then, someone is always going to save the world in the end. And that someone's going to be me. Oh, the youth. I love her. Anyway, old enemy, got another drink for me? I'm running dry. Anytime, Luna. I love her. She is my new grandma. I am adopting her. Are you still running low on energy? How about another strong one? You got it. Okay, strong one. I guess another sailor's courage, huh? Okay. Put the little fire chili in. Add a little bit of charisma. And then a little bit of swiftness. There we go. Ah, they look so cute on the screen. Something strong for the most strong-headed lady I know. Weird way to admit you've lost every argument against me. But this drink is splendid, I'll give you that. See, with one of these, your worries will be washed away with flavor. Good or bad, depends on the day. I find your apathy borders on tragedy. And I find your hero complex unsustainable. Remember, kiddo, they don't build those statues for folks who are alive. Who cares about statues? My purpose is my purpose, and I don't care who immortalizes me. No one's purpose is to die, girl. Life is more meaningful than that. Anyway, my purpose is winning at cards right now. Good luck with your delusions. Love her. I'll apologize on her behalf. That's fine. Tia, are you dying? No, she was purely speaking in the hypothetical. I'm not sure what that means, but it doesn't sound like it could damage your armor. But you know, maybe we should listen to her advice, at least a little bit. My granny always says, with age comes the priceless wisdom of mistakes. I think your grandma's advice would be much more helpful than whatever a failed hero has to say. You think retirement is failure? One's post should never be abandoned. If you can still serve this world, you should. Not sure if that's bleak or inspiring. The latter. Of course, she gets to pick it out. She gets to decide if it is. Oh, God. She was right about one thing, though. The past is full of terrible disasters that were prevented. Which means that this, too, could have been attempted before, if not very successfully. Knowledge of something so vile must be scarce and well guarded, maybe even abandoned. I have never come across anything like this anywhere in the Aperture's library. Granted, the Aperture has only been standing for a little over 2 decades now. Its library can't be that vast. Many of the Order's books were relocated to the new stronghold. But I do believe that we don't currently harbor the knowledge I seek. For that, other avenues must be explored. What are you considering? We could ask everyone we come across until we find someone who knows something. Good idea, but that would take far too long. I think we should look for the Everbloom archives. Is that a book club? An ancient one, Everbloom was one of the great 7 Maidan archives. I still don't know how to properly pronounce that. The Gaian one, to be specific. Legend has it there used to be one on each plane, even Tuat, the plane of the dead. They were once filled with all the knowledge of the cosmos and grew in size every day thanks to their fearless alchemists. But then they fell to an unknown foe and have been lost to time ever since. I believe one of them could hold the answers we seek. Innkeeper, do you perhaps know where to find this archive? No, not much of a librarian, unfortunately. We hope. Allegedly. Disappointing. Oh, a new rumor. Oh, it matches something. Okay, so we have this. We have deep within the gravel mock hide long lost treasures, the terrifying bleak stalker and terrifying bleak stalkers, though the verdict is still out on their cuteness level. Matches up with the mind and the record archives once held the infinite knowledge of the cosmos. The guy in Everbloom could hide answers no one is quite ready for. Okay. She got a lot of rumors and none of them match up. I imagine we're going to get a whole bunch of information eventually, like all at once, and then have a bunch of quests, and then maybe they'll all interlock, and that's how we'll get to the end. But you could keep an eye out for it, right? You could ask all the scholarly people that pass through here. Of course, I can do that. Perhaps you can start by asking that bounty hunter since she's done gambling all her money away. You could ask her yourself. I would rather not. I'll take that terrible task off your hands, then. Wonderful. You won't need more than a day to take care of all this, right? I could do with a little more time. Nonsense. You don't have more time. I need your full commitment on this, Innkeeper. This is very short notice. As our disasters typically, hence the vigilance, I shall return to a fully prepared quest tomorrow morning. Jesus. Okay. In the meantime, you should rest. Don't be ridiculous. I have things to do, people to help, prayers to consult. Uno was right. A good night's sleep would do wonders for you. I could even offer you some coupons to a beautiful swamp spa. Fine. Take one. Or two. Though they won't be put to much use. If I rest now, who will this world have faith in? I shall see you tomorrow. It's always nice to see burnout happening in real time. Damn, I love us so much. Don't worry, don't worry, I'll go with her and make her some soup. Soup always helps me when I have a headache, and it looked like she has a big one. Do you want some soup as well? Yes, please. I'll bring some by tomorrow. Do you have any allergies? No. Thank you, Clay. Oh, I wish I didn't have any allergies. That would be nice. Anytime. And the recipe will be a surprise. Have a superb day. We'll take some of those coupons, too. Wonderful. Talking through everything really helped. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. I hope you held on to those seashells. Catching up with some astral friends might make you feel a little better. Actually, I was thinking I could use the shells to make some friendship bracelets for Tia and I. I want to carve them into stars. I think that sometimes you have to make something beautiful out of things that hurt you. Oh my god! Otherwise you're left with anger that has nowhere to go. Do you like being angry? No, I don't. Me neither. We all get angry sometimes. It's not the most fun, but it's important. Never getting angry doesn't solve anything either. It just makes you smaller and smaller until people no longer see you as someone they need to think about. At least they're not scared of you. Anger doesn't make you any more of a monster than silence makes you a saint. Oh, hot damn. Be a whole person, Clay, and don't be afraid of who that is. I'll try, Keeper. Thank you. Oh, we got more character information for him. And his little drawing face. Oh, he's so cute. He's a giant / Earth Echo. He's 31. He, him, Barbarian Highlands. Neutral good, and his Arcana is Strength. So we have definitely leveled up here. Clay is a sweet and gentle half-giant. He loves animals and can communicate with them. A skill no one should underestimate. I don't know how to read. He believes in the good in people and is a exceptionally empathetic. On the other hand, he is also a very strong and remarkable fighter. I hope you find a way back to yourself, too. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you, Clay. Me too. Oh. That feels dark. Okay, so now it's night. A scholarly type. Top of the evening to you. Welcome to my tavern. Oh, what do my magical eyes see? New faces, new acquaintances. With whom do I have the pleasure today? No way, speaking skeleton? Haven't seen one of those in a long while. Hello there. How incredibly rude of me to leave out introductions. My name is Scully. And he's so polite as well. You can call me Una, Mr. Scully. And that one over there is my friend Jade. Oh, they're friends now. Good. Oh, a fellow miner. With more skin left. Which is immensely difficult, I suppose. Isn't immensely difficult, I suppose. Glad to make your acquaintance, Una, and her friend Jade. Jade, this is a beautiful necklace you have there. Something about it looks really familiar. Don't you think, Scully? I have no clue what you're talking about. It does remind me of Scully in a way. When was the last time you were digging around in graves? Never. I think your senses might be deteriorating with age. Just like your ability to win while cheating. Ha, don't get smart with me now. Oh, Asteria's worst beast tamer. Oh, the wonders of friendship. You two seem to get along so well. Oh, absolutely. I think I should be going now. I still have work to do. What a coincidence. I want to say the exact same thing. But wouldn't it be rude of us to leave that distinguished gentleman all by himself? I think one of us should definitely stay a little longer. Isn't it cool that both of you have bones made of shimmery gemstones? That is true. I haven't seen another Midas since I woke up. So anywhere between 2 weeks and 2 centuries ago. See, it's matched already. Would be a shame if the two of you were to become friends. Huh? Anyway, see ya. Oh, she left. That was quick. Indeed. I guess a woman her age knows what she wants. And he's back. Oh, nice. Good mythical morning. God, not again. I feel like that's trademarked. Isn't that trademarked? It's well past sunset, Hex. That might be true, but it's still morning somewhere, I know. You got it, but today I'm not here to talk with you about primordial magic. Today we're going to celebrate my sister. I love her. Greetings, everyone. Come on in. Oh, I see. She's very prim and proper and put together, and he's a little tilted and disheveled and sort of asymmetrical, but I do like their freckles. Pleased to meet you. My name's Scully. Jade. You can call me Hex, and this is Grace, my little sister. Hex and Grace? Those were intentional parental names. Yes, I know. She's taller than me. You can keep it to yourselves. We're here to celebrate, not to roast, though some fire might be fun. No fireballs inside, Hexagon. His name is Hexagon! If you insist, a fireless party it is then. My bones are aching for a party. I haven't attended one in what feels like an eternity. What's the occasion? My wonderfully talented sister successfully defended her wizard doctoral thesis just today. She can now call herself an actual full-blown Selenite witch. It's not that special, honestly. I beg to differ. That's a majorly big deal. Congrats! I must congratulate you as well. Quite an outstanding achievement indeed. You're very sweet, thank you. Aw, nice. She does look like Selenite. If I had to, like, I mean, not the stone, but, like, if I had to take the stone and then be like, oh, yeah, this is what I think the person would look like. I think this is pretty cute. I have to agree with everyone. You should be proud of yourself. How about a drink on the house to celebrate your graduation? Hex already told me that you're a real magic connoisseur. I would love to taste one of your creations, Innkeeper. But I don't know what to pick. Could you recommend something to me? Of course. How about a drink for your wits? Your brain must be tired after debating your professors all day. That sounds lovely. My brain could use a little pick-me-up. Coming right up. Alright, intelligence it is. I guess we'll do peak sunrise. And yeah, we do need an infusion. I think this will do. Or would citrine help? No. Honey could help. What is that? Inspiration? No, let's do this. Let's do this because it's pretty hefty. And it still grants inspiration. There we go. Get 2 of the peaks. Okay. There we go. I feel like giving her inspiration will be very helpful. Oh, what Magister? Fine, this is delightful. See, I told you. They definitely know their craft. Definitely knows their craft. Say, Innkeeper, do you have a PhD in mixology by any chance? Last time I checked, no, but I do have a lot of experience. Took me a while to get the hang of it. I can tell. Your drinks are really tasty. I could easily go for another round of debating right now. Is anyone else up for a drink? Nah, not yet. I'm still energized from earlier. Skelly, Hex, what about you two? I'm good. I don't want to steal the show today. I would love a refreshment for these old bones, actually. Perhaps something that'll bring back the charm of the old days. Are you at your service? Oh, good. So we get to make him. Charisma. I guess we'll do 1,000 winds then. Or a sunny breeze. I think we'll do a sunny breeze. And we'll put this little guy in here. For some inspiration. It does look like a sunny breeze in there. Cute. Here you go, a drink for the charming gentleman. Oh, what a lovely taste. It warms my bones inside and out. That's so cute. Should I be worried? Maybe it's an undead thing. Well, theopractically, it would be possible for a magical drink to warm one's bones. You just need you and your wild dreams, Hexy. Maybe leave those experiments to someone with an actual laboratory for once. Ah, all that talking about studying and degrees brings back so many old memories. I also was a scholar once. I spent my life as an archivist. At the Gaian Everbloom Archives, to be precise. We need somebody from there, before my supposedly eternal slumber. I've read a lot about the old archives, but I've never had the chance to talk, the old archivists, but I've never had the chance to talk to one. Well, obviously, they're all dead. All of them? Yes. The archives were destroyed ages ago. They're mostly a myth now. Oh, that's quite sad. A lot of knowledge must have gotten lost with them. Oh god, not another library of Alexandria. I can't even think about it. That's so much loss. I can't be the only one who, like, constantly contemplates, like, what like how different the world would be if the Library of Alexandria didn't burn down. Like the historical records alone. Sorry. Okay. I guess so. If you wouldn't mind, Scully, I'd love to hear more about them. Maybe we can revive some of that old knowledge? It would be my pleasure, but sadly I cannot remember much of my research. All those years below ground and without sunlight don't seem to have been good for my memory. It's been a few centuries since I've been alive, so I'm not even sure where one would find the archives nowadays. Or their ruins, rather. Ooh, more Scully info. Okay, so we have before his death, he was an archivist in the Everbloom archives. He cared for and archived all kinds of knowledge and history of this world. Might have surnames matching the gemstones their bones are made of. Oh, he remembers the word alabaster. Considering the color of his skeleton, it would certainly be a match. So then jade is, her bones are made of jade. Right, Grace Hex, she's a half-elf. She's 42. That's quite young for a half-elf, but like, fairly old at the same time. I feel like. Okay, Wizard, she's from Zenith. Neutral Good, and the Hierophant. We're pretty close to the max number of characters here. Or their ruins, rather. Do you remember the environment surrounding them? Maybe that could help. A little, I believe. I might have even woken up close by. My early memories of the skeleton are quite hazy. During my lifetime, the archives were located deep underground. Gaia's lively blessings were just juxtaposed with the hostile and lifeless mountain range. They were surrounded by nothing but rocks and boulders, as sharp as talons and fangs. Even if you made it out of the mountains, you'd be greeted by either dry steppes or a poisonous lake. Oh! His mustache fell off. The liquid in the lake could take a single, could singe the meat right off your bones. His little mustache. I knew someone that fell into the lake once. I remember it as if it were yesterday. Well, that sounds like not the best place to build an important archive stronghold. Wouldn't necessarily agree. They say the books and scrolls of mine and archives contain all the mysteries of our world and the realms that surround us. Of course, you have to protect that knowledge. It would be a shame if someone... Anyways. I think I know the place Scully's talking about. Oh? It sounds just like the gravel map, sharp rocks next to a poisoned lake. There's no way a location like that exists twice, on this plane at least. Or else I would have heard of it. Rumor! Yes, we did it! The fabled Everbloom archives are located deep within the Gravelmac, a lifeless, dangerous mountain range. Perfect. We have a quest, which is exactly what Tia wanted us to do. And it's in the Saye Plains. In Soford. Situated majestically within the eastern end of Pessoa, Soford thrives as an impressive harbor city. It boasts the biggest port of the entire Republic. Is this the right one? Why do I feel like this isn't the right quest? Anyway, I wouldn't recommend going there. I bet it's exceptionally dusty after all these years. But think about all those hidden treasures. Knowledge left untouched for millennia. That sounds a little too ambitious, even for you. Fine. Your delicate wizard sensibilities wouldn't last a day in Gravelback anyway. Oh, and you would? I hope they all go together. Who could say? Anyway, I gotta go now. Shared enough secrets of the trade already today. Oh. She's surprisingly good with animals and even has a little turtle accompanying her. Only two-headed sheep are giving her a hard time somehow, but through her travels she's learned how to handle all sorts of people and how to win against them at cards, fair and square, or not fair at all. Okay, so nothing related to her being in Gravelmac. Thank you for your reluctant service. Her little face is so cute. What a lovely young lady. She would have made for a great archivist. And a grumpy one. I'm sure she just had a long day. As have I, honestly. I'm very tired. I'm absolutely sure of that. But you should be proud of yourself nonetheless. You seem like the kind of person to downplay your achievements. And getting your PhD really isn't something small or insignificant. It's nothing really. I spent a lot of time researching. Defending my thesis was a mere formality. Scully's and my point still stands. I'm sure your brother would agree with us. Absolutely. You're all very kind. I really appreciate it. How about we call it a day? It's already getting late. Oh, we have Grace's character information now. Grace is a Selenite witch who just successfully defended her wizard's PhD thesis. She's calm and gentle and seems to be a bit tired of her brother's chaotic experiments. Her older brother's experience, even though he is shorter. Okay, weird. Okay. Sorry, this sentence threw me off. Even though he is shorter than her and looks younger, Grace is actually the younger sibling. Yeah, he does look like a little baby. A splendid idea. I would expect from as I would expect from a witch like you. Seems fair. Hope you get to enjoy the rest of your evening, innkeeper. I will, theopractically. Ooh. We get to make a quest. We get to make a quest. Put it in this order. The Maiden Archives once held the infinite knowledge of the cosmos the guy in Everbloom could hide answers no one is quite ready for. The fabled Everbloom Archives are located deep within the Gravelmac, the lifeless, dangerous mountain range. Deep within the Gravelmac hide long-lost treasures, terrifying blink stalkers, though the verdict is still out on their cuteness level. Let's see what it becomes. Raiders of the Lost Archives. The Lost Mod and Everbloom Archives are said to offer infinite knowledge to anyone with unanswered questions. Its ruins lie deep within the Gravelmac, a dangerous and lifeless mountain range that even seasoned adventurers try to avoid. If that wasn't enough, the mountains are also said to be haunted by nightmarish bleak stalkers. Let's just hope they don't find abandoned archives cozy and inviting. Awesome. I think we'll play through one more day. And that should get us fairly far. Oh no. Like another hour at least. I think we'll go until 10 Central. It seems like every day takes like an hour. Is this the end of Act 2? I feel like it should be. Start day. If it's the end of Act 2, then we're halfway through, and I will feel a lot better about the rest of our schedule. Oop, there she goes. She got it. Good morning. Good morning, Clay. Did you sleep well? I did. It took ages for you to fall asleep. I was too excited thinking about our adventure. But I slept really well. Happy to hear that. Tia, did you sleep? She passed out right after she had some soup. I hoped that Lady Cassiopeia would send me signs for my divine mission in my dreams. Did she? I don't remember. Sounds like you slept well then. Anyhow, I see you had time to prepare the quest. Wonderful. Let's get started. Let's take this one step at a time. Clay, I was looking forward to some soup. And I hope you like lentils. I do like lentils. Oh, now I'm hungry. I left some with your purple friend and told him to keep an eye on it. Well, I hope Andu enjoyed that soup. No, you gave it to her. Thank you for feeding my familiar, Clay. Of course. Did you two enjoy your soup? Very much. Clay is quite the talented chef, even though eating it did make me very tired. And Tia is very good cooking companion. It took a while to make, so we had a lot of time to talk. It was nice. What did you talk about? Friendship bracelets, I hope? Not quite. Many things. Like, I thought it'd be fun to make her niece one of the little dolls my granny taught me to make. The ones with the flower dresses and mini axes. I don't have any siblings or cousins, but Tia said she's going to make little star lamps for my parents' garden. It's cute. Is that so? He offered to cook for my family. And I can't offer to cook for his. My cooking skills are unimportant to my destiny. But I thought if I were to visit, it would be appropriate to bring along some sort of thank you gift. Who wouldn't want some stars in their garden, especially now? That sounds lovely. Have you ever visited the Highlands before? No, not thus far, though I've always wanted to. Our snow dragon building competitions are famous. I've never heard of those. Oh. But they do sound intriguing. When I was young, one of my favorite stories the Elysian told me was that of the ever-burning flame. It is said to have been a gift from Leviathan to the first mortals. Along with it, he bestowed the power of elemental manipulation upon his chosen. I vaguely recall there being another version where one of his guardians stole the flame from him instead. Blasphemous and hearsay is all that is. We should be thankful for the gifts he has given us. 100% it's the opposite story. I always wanted to pay my respects to the flame. And it just happens to still be burning in an ancient temple in the Highlands, keeping the hope of Asteria alive for eternity. So I'm looking forward to seeing it in person sooner rather than later, with a local guide no less. Rumor unlocked, and it matches. Legends or clerics say that the first flame Leviathan ever bestowed upon mankind still burns in a temple in the Highlands. And that matches up with Carolyn's grand great zone once belonged to her grandmother. Allegedly, it is a gift from the dragons themselves. Very impressive if true. Interesting that matches up to that. I think we'll rearrange this a little bit. We'll put all of our doubles over here. There we go. Oop, oop, there, okay. And then we'll put this. Oh god. I think that works. There we go. It feels more organized somehow, and yet not quite organized enough. I've never visited it before either, but once I went to the Autumn Glow Festival in Parika, you could see the temple from there. The Autumn Glow Festival? What's that about? I'm sure he could tell you about it another time. Please, let's get back to the quest. We have one more. You're right, let's continue. Now, the quest. Of course. So I'm assuming you're going together. Unfortunately, I was going to go alone, but Clay insisted on coming along. Why is that unfortunate? It's a very dangerous quest, and he has not practiced in the ways of a divine warrior. But he's a fighter, so he's fine. Could you imagine if he tried to befriend some bleak stalkers? That'd make for a fun story, I think. But if you really want to do this alone, you could just go by yourself. Who would make her soup then? Exactly. That makes sense. Plus, I need to meet those bleak stalkers. I've never seen any before, and I can't wait to find out what they like to eat. They like to eat you. Only if they're hungry. Could you at least try to be reasonable? I am. Local creatures can be very helpful. I know they can be dangerous too. Of course, that's important. It's important to have your guard up, so you can defend yourself if they're scared. Generally, if you approach anything non-violently, they'll like you more. Maybe the innkeeper can give us some extra charisma too, so we can convince them to help us out. No, I'm giving them defense this time. I could offer you some honey flowers as well. They can be very inspiring, even to bleak stalkers. I think so, at least. I've never tested that one out, actually. We could test it for you. Nonsense. We need to head into this knowing that we'll have to fight our way through. The name Bleak Stalkers doesn't exactly inspire confidence in their hospitality. Not to mention there could very well be many more dangerous monsters roaming the abandoned Everbloom. We need to refresh our strength and hope that our mortal weapons will be enough to damage them. If that's the concern, I could offer you some Citrine. I think that's what we're supposed to do, because we just got the Citrine infusion. It's infused with divine properties that will bless your weapon strikes. With a little help from the dragons, no creature should be able to withstand you, no matter how bleak. Citrine can only be found deep within the Forbidden Valley. How would you even have access to that? Oh, you know. No, I don't. Anyway, I think both of your strategies could work. Strength and Citrine would let you fight your way through any danger in no time. But the right mix of defense, charisma, and honeyflowers might offer a more unconventional solution. Will you help us decide? I don't want to argue. Sure. I'm gonna do defense this time. I know normally with all of the other ones we've really focused on talking it out and giving them things that'll help them be more dexterous and run away. These are two strength-based characters. They have natural charisma. One of them can talk. I don't think that part's going to be a problem, but I think that the real trouble here is that the Bleak Stalkers are not going to be in any way friendly. So I'm gonna do the strength. Plus, we just got the Citrine, so I feel like we're supposed to do it, you know? We have the Sailor's Courage, too. Ugh, I wish we had a different one. I just think it's kind of ugly. Okay, Citrine. There we go. Oh, it's a little D20. A little D20 of Citrine. Okay. But I hope this works. I think Tia is right. This is an extremely dangerous undertaking, and an important one, it seems. You should be able to defend yourselves actively, not just passively. Plus a little blessing from the dragons can't hurt. But what about the creatures? They might just be misunderstood, like that whale was. Yeah. They're known as nightmares that attack any travelers that stumble across them. I don't wish to understand their violent reasoning. Most importantly, this should allow us to investigate the archives without having to hide from their detection. That's what matters. I guess, if it means we can help more people in the end. It does. Thank you for all your help, Innkeeper, but we should get going now. Indeed. Wait. Why are you in such a hurry? Yesterday I met Fable from the farmer at the farmer's market, and they helped me pick out the right vegetables for the soup. And then they invited me to their barbecue on the 31st of Cassiopeia. So we need to make it back in time for that. Oh, I guess maybe that'll be our ending event, is the barbecue. You can always leave early if it takes too long. And what about you? What about me? You're also coming. I have to work. You also have to eat. staying in the world is bound to make you hungry, and you might even have fun. Who knows? I will consider it. Let's hurry then. Let's. Innkeeper, can you let Fable know we'll be back in time? Of course. I'll let them know as soon as they grace my tavern with their presence again. Oh yeah, Grace should know too. I think she's bringing her famous fortune nuggets. Ooh, that sounds good. I'll tell her as well. I wish you a successful quest. It shall be so. See you soon. What a cutie patootie. What a collection of cuties. Oh, hello again. Greetings, innkeeper. Hello, Archie. Good to see you again. It's always a delight to be here. It makes me feel like I'm part of something bigger already. I'm glad to hear that. Speaking of which, were you able to help those farmers out? Oh, yes. Talking to Fable was truly inspiring. They were so right. The farmers really had no interest in gold or other riches. So instead, I helped them with reconstructing their lands, barns, houses, with my own 2 hands. I even got some blisters from it. What a cutie. Remnants of my first ever heroic deed. Very exciting and painful. Now that I think about it, do you have a recipe for a drink that could help out in this specific situation? I want to be able to help every single farmer with ease. I want to lift the heaviest logs and steel myself for the most stubborn splinters. You're right. A drink like that is still missing from my recipe book. Let me think of something. Yes, new drink! Oh, thank you dearly. Steel tonic! Oh, wow! Oh, it's kind of cute. You know what this looks like? This looks like Iniko. I feel like Iniko would like this drink. It kind of matches his vibe. With the steel tonic running through your veins, you can become the buff party tank of your dreams. Its cool qualities, mixed with a surprisingly spicy aroma, boosts your vitality to new heights and leaves you impenetrable to damage. That is, if they are even fast enough to hit you. When I was making my way to your tavern, I walked past an astounding duo of adventurers. A stunning seraph and a massive half-giant. They were so utterly impressive. I aspire to be like them someday. It feels like I'm in a book, like I delved headfirst into one of my stories on my bookshelf. Magic and adventures surrounding me with every step, and unknown lurking dangers in the shadows. This is also exciting. But now I'm just daydreaming. Originally, I came here to seek one of your magical drinks. Of course, what would you like? Preferably something that'll help me defend myself from devious dangers, like splinters in my hands. The drink I had last time did... Well, I presume it did something, but those splinters were a real nuisance, I'll tell you that. I got you, don't worry. It'll be that drink that I just thought about in my head. Yes. Draw the recipe. Now, I have to figure out one of mine. Oh, yeah. Which one does double as well? This one works. Citrine works. This works. I think the citrine would be good. What's the other option? It's the fire chilies. I feel like citrine's good. Steel tonic. Wow. Oh, it has the 3 little colors that are in the drink mix. Like, if you look at the... Look, it has the green and the blue and the pink. And then we have our little, like, red in the middle with the blue and the green. If we did it in order, it would look really cute. There you go. Protection against your arch nemesis splinters. Here you go. Ha! I can already feel my skin getting tougher. Helping people grow calluses is my secret party trick. Maybe I should bring my friend here someday. Your drink-mixing magic is quite peculiar, really. Oh, your friend? Is he from Windmore as well? That is correct. I've known him since we were kids. Mostly due to our parents being of similar wealth and influence, I think we were kind of chosen to be friends. We decided to write each other letters when he's not here in Zenith. He's actually in a kind of dire situation right now. Oh, you see, he's a diplomat deeply involved in the whole Diria mainland negotiations. Yes! Due to him nearly getting kidnapped during his last business trip to Diria, he decided to fire his entire personal security crew. If you ask me, his reaction was a little over the top, but I don't interfere with his decisions, so... Now he doesn't have any bodyguards, and I would like to help him. Yes! We matched up. A diplomat fired his entire personal guard and is now looking for new fighters to protect him from the dangers of a business trip. We have a quest. But honestly, I have no clue what I should do. He definitely doesn't need my money, just like the farmers didn't. He's got more than enough of it as it is. I mean, if you're brave enough, you could volunteer to be his bodyguard. Splendid idea. I like how you think, innkeeper. But I don't know if I'd be strong enough, even with your magically infused drinks. You might need more protection than I can offer. Well, I still do that thing with the quests. Oh, you're right. I could just hang up a quest on your pinboard. And then some brave adventurers will offer to help us out. My friend means the world to me. I would never forgive myself if something happened to him. So you're looking for the best bodyguards at Zenith? Absolutely. Well, I already have some folks in mind that are more than qualified to do the job. Let's just hope my quest writing skills are enough to attract the right people. Do you write a lot? No. Yes. Sometimes. I love to write stories about cunning, courageous adventurers. Somehow they always manage to get out of the most dreadful situations by cheating death multiple times. But that's, well, writing doesn't really fit the image of a heroic adventurer himself, does it? Why would I dream of other people's journeys if I could just live the tales myself? You've got a fair point. Also, it's always easier to write about things you experience firsthand. Absolutely. Oh, I can't wait to see my friend again and help him out. I'll be more than prepared. Fable also offered to teach me how to use a bow. Well, that'll be very nice. How could I say no to such an enticing offer, getting taught by the Fable of the Ashen Groves themselves? It's more than I could have ever dreamed of. They also mentioned another friend of theirs, an imposing Vukakin lady named Carolyn. Do you know her by any chance? Oh, Lynn? Yes, I know her quite well. She's quite the local legend. I'm surprised you hadn't heard of her. She single-handedly outsmarted a wyvern chimera. That's incredible. This tavern is full of hidden treasures. One of them being me. Apparently, Lady Carolyn is bored because her newest protege is on a mission and hasn't returned yet. Oh no. So she'll be joining my training with Fable. Oh, you're in for a ride. How thrilling! I nearly can't contain my excitement. But for now, I've got to think of the right words for the job posting. Don't worry about that. Assembling quests for patrons is one of my services. Really? That would be so helpful. I got you. You'll have the perfect crew of bodyguards for your friend assembled in no time. Trust me. Thank you so much, and also thank you for the drink. Coming here is always a delightful source of inspiration. I'm always happy to help. Until then, innkeeper. See you next time, adventurer. What a cutie patootie. There's something about them. There's just something about them I just can't quite place, but they are very cute. Hey, how's it going? It's definitely not that they look like Mollywog or anything. Hello there. Hello, come on in. This is a cute little tavern, I'm not gonna lie. wasn't that convinced from the outside, but the interior is really adorable. I'm glad. Are you accustomed to more opulent exteriors? For sure, but I do enjoy the cozy feeling of a simple tavern. He looks like he's dressed like Elvis. You know, it's good being away from the hustle and bustle of the big city sometimes. I get that. Are you new in town? I am. How'd you know? It's been a while since I last saw a phantasm around here, that's all. I just took a guess. Ah, I see. I came here straight from the capital, just needed a moment to breathe. You get me? Oh, I do. That's why I settled here, on the outskirts of Zenith. This town is big enough for me to never run out of work, but small enough to not feel overwhelmed. Yeah, exactly. So, you run this business in Keep? Correct. Just me, my familiar, and this tavern. Oh, and all the regulars that come here, of course. Of course. And with that, and with whom do I have the pleasure today? Perhaps one of my next regulars? Who knows? Maybe. The name's Voyage, but you may call me Boy. Fucking dork. Alright, boy. Got it. What can I do for you today? Well, I mean, a drink would be the way to go, I suppose. Wait, don't tell me you haven't heard of me. Not yet, I'm afraid. I suppose I should have? I'm the boy, the famous bard, ringing any bells. Nope. Well, I guess you'll have to get to know me then. And what better way to do that than with a fine drink made by the finest innkeeper? You're a real sweet talker, aren't you? I guess I am. Yeah. Is there something specifically you would like? No. Surprise me with something that'll make me even more irresistible, like a real Prince Charming. My cutie patootie. Charisma it is. I guess we'll do 1,000 Winds, because it kind of fits his vibe. Although Sunny Breeze is supposed to be popular among bards and rangers. I will do that. And we'll put the little honey in it. Oh, oops, oops, oops. There we go. And we have to put in twice the mind. There we are. Sunny Breeze. I always goof it up. May this drink give you an untwistable silver tongue. I wish I had that. Oh my god, boy. Oh, this is good. Nearly as good as my musical talent. I have a feeling this drink might influence your next performance. Will it boost my charisma even further? You'll have to wait and see. Let's just say you might want to come back afterwards to get another drink. Oh, now you're teasing me. How about you tell me more about you now? Don't you want me to get to know you better? Hold on tight to your counter, innkeeper, because I'm about to knock your socks off. Bring it on. So, right in front of you is the one and only Voy, traveler of lands, stealer of hearts, and the most famous bard in all of Pessoa. Not only because of his immaculate talent, but also because of his good looks, I might add. I'm fairly impressed. Of course you are. Might ask for an autograph later then. But what brings you here, Voy? As I said, I just needed a breath of fresh air. A short break from the big city. Is it hard being famous? Not really, no. Maybe a little bit, sometimes. But making music and performing is my job, and I absolutely love it. So it's not a big deal, really. It just makes me cherish the quieter moments. Makes sense to me. Oh, we have a new character! Hold on a moment. Oh, I feel a lot better. Okay, boy. Oh, he's cute. He's so cute. Whoever drew these, I love you. And they're very adorable. Oh, he's a phantasm. So not a tiefling. I guess we're not allowed to use that terminology. He's 22. He, him, bard. Tridgarin. Chaotic good. And he is the sun! So he might join our other two, the stars and the moon, then. We'll have to see. What is Scully again? The magician? Okay. Boy, short for voyage, is a very famous bard working in the capital. He needed a short break from all the fame and troubles being a musician comes with, and ended up here in Zenith. He is particularly flirty fellow, though he falters when you happen to match his energy. Would it be cool if I kept you and your little familiar company for a bit? Absolutely. Make yourself at home. Nice. What a cutie patootie. So it's well into the afternoon. I literally can't stop saying cutie patootie. Honestly, it's now a stim. Hello, traveler. What can I get you? Ooh, new. Also an adorable cutie patootie. Usually it's my role to ask that, but given the circumstances, I'll humor you. Wait, are you modeled after that one TikToker? Well, this is my tavern. And it has come a long way. Love the color of the walls. A new coat? It's been a good few years since my last renovation. But yes, I thought it was time to accept some change into my life. Thought so. What is life, if not the constant changing of the self? Oh, I missed your endless wisdom, Quincy. It is! It's Quincy from Quincy's Tavern! I can only imagine, Innkeeper. That's crazy! He's in a game? You look like you might be in need of a refreshment. How about a drink? Yeah, long journey. Surprise me with something as charismatic as your little establishment. What? That's so exciting. That's so exciting. Okay, charisma. Okay, so we'll do the other charisma drink that we have then. Still with some of the what is this? Honey flower? Oh, that was wrong. Oops. There we go. Did that not do the right thing? Oh, no. I poured too much. There we go. There we are. Okay. Oh, jeez. Here you go. Liquid charisma. My specialty. This tastes magical. Seems like you've improved a good deal since last time. Practice makes perfect, after all. Indeed. So, what brings you to this corner of the worlds? Ah, I'm looking for the feathers of a peculiar little bird. They're said to only reside in this neighborhood, or continent, rather. What bird? The golden loon. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but the golden loon? They're quite beautiful to behold. If I were you, I'd look for them near a big lake. That's where they usually hang out. But only in Pessoa. Hence why I came all this way. Oh, plumage of gold, glistening in the lights of day, a traveler's bold. That would be a very poetic way to greet them. Tell that to the stupid Song of Bigger Guild. They didn't like it? Nah, they don't like anything that isn't mainstream. God, like subtext. But isn't that what lyrical works are all about? Pouring your heart and soul into something for others to take in? And only if you push away the layers and read between the lines will you find the true meaning. Exactly my thinking. It's just that now, I'm afraid that they laugh at me. Or remember me as the bard without a heart, all because they don't understand. Oh. You know, there's nothing wrong with being afraid. Fear can sometimes keep us safe from danger. But something to keep in mind is that fear does not stop death. It stops life. Do you enjoy your art? Yeah, and I want others to enjoy it too. I, for one, greatly enjoyed your Golden Loon haiku. Me too. Aw, Innkeeper, thank you. You shouldn't base your value on whether people like what you create or not. There'll always be those who don't get it, and those who find themselves in it. Do it for the people who appreciate your art, but most importantly, do it for yourself. That's one way to look at it. You know, I imagined all this so differently. Way easier, for sure. Moving from Chigurh, the smallest of towns, to the big city, I'd always dreamt of joining this SOV guild. And then they promptly rejected me. But I'm Voyage, and I don't give up because of things like that. I don't need a guild to get out there and share all my music. All I need is me and my Hagen. That's right. I've seen many people spend too much time giving attention to those who will never understand them. My 2 cents: live for what you believe in, and allow others to make their own decisions. That's what I'm doing. Good. But unfortunately, I have to leave now. Gotta find those loons before it gets dark. It was nice having you around, Quincy. Until next time, and don't forget, take care of yourself, Innkeeper, and be safe out there, Voyage. You too. What a cute little cameo. Nice guy. Yes, he's an old friend. Didn't know you do friends. Perhaps we could be friends too, Innkeeper? Not yet. Oh. Maybe one day. Oh, boo. Oh, these two will get along great. Welcome back. Quick, Innkeep, your strongest drink. This is an emergency. What happened? Oh god. It's absolutely urgent. Relationships are on the line. Not lives? Listen, Innkeep, I'll tell you the story, don't worry. But you gotta be a little patient because Baya really needs a drink first. Yes. Please. What do you mean? The same as last time? Oh, that one was really delicious. I'd love to taste it again, please. Got it. I'll get you something that'll make you feel as agile as a spider again. I don't have any new agility recipes. Oh. How did that happen? Uh-oh. Okay. I guess I overpoured. explosive strength. There you go, my strongest drink to the rescue. Thank you. This is... good. Oh, thank the dragons. That pause made me so nervous. I really thought they would mess it up. Thanks for having so much faith in me, Una. Ha, you're welcome. But Baya, are you feeling better now? Yes, at least a little bit. That's good to hear. Please fill me in on the situation now. I've never seen you this upset, Baya, and you have to endure the Bloomtide Festival every year. You're right. So, I have this group of friends. They're girlfriends. We three have been inseparable for at least a few centuries. But now... Very insensitive to ask an emotionally vulnerable and sweet girl what's troubling her, innkeeper. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude. It's okay. How about I tell them what's going on, Baya? So you don't have to strain yourself. Thank you. And so I don't have to keep doing the voice. Okay, so Sweet Baya over here has a long-lasting group of friends, right? Right? They're a trio, inseparable for at least a few hundred years. And they're an adorable trio, might I add. The Swamp Monster, the Banshee, the Mary Morgan. Yes, the Mary Morgan. The wrathful spirit that is known to drown men. I've heard she doesn't really differentiate between genders, though. Yep, that's right. Anyway, the Mary Morgan and the Banshee are a couple. So I figured. Have been for a while. I recall them coming by once or twice. But right now, how should I put it? They're in a domestic dispute. For some reason, the two have completely stopped talking to each other. They even refuse to show up to Baya's monthly tea party, insisting they only come if the other isn't invited. Why? I don't know. It's like they don't like each other anymore. And soon, they won't like me anymore either. It does smell like a breakup. Let's not catastrophize. I don't want my friend group to fall apart. People have always left me because I scare them. I don't want them to leave me too. Now, I'm sure they won't. Rumor unlocked, trouble in paradise. Yes, the Mare Morgan and the Banshee are a loving couple most of the time, but their current fight has their best friend Baya very worried. In the riverbanks, the raffle strips. Banshee is haunting and looks a Google. Really, Assange? Oh! It's because of a breakup. Say something, innkeeper. Don't worry, Baya. They've been together for so long that they must have already solved numerous arguments. They'll get through this one too. They're right. They've been through worse. But... what if they are wrong? What if they do break up? What if they really leave me? I just wish there was something I could do to help them. If I might add my 2 cents real quick. Hi, I'm Voy. That's short for Voyage. You might have heard of me before. I'm pretty famous. Oh. Doesn't ring any bells, sorry. Anyway. So, Baya, that's your name, right? Mm-hmm. What's keeping you from getting to know other people? Like, you seem really chill. Well, usually everyone's afraid of me. But the innkeeper has always been nice to me. I trust them. And I've known Una for a while now. Didn't she pick endangered flowers from your backyard last time you met? Yes. The bouquet was really cute. I know, right? You meet a lot of people when you travel across the lands, looking for potential clients' work. And honestly, I've seen stranger creatures than her in my years as an adventurer. Baya's also really cute under all that moss and kelp. Oh, shush. I mean, you might look a little terrifying, that's true. But maybe you just have to figure out how to get through to people. I'm sure they want to be your friends. I don't know about that. Usually they try to burn me. Luckily I don't scour easily. Oh, what a nice metaphor. Might have to use that in a new song if you don't mind. People hurting you over and over again just because they're afraid. Exes leaving you, but you always manage to get over them. It's not a metaphor. Once every few moons, people surround me with torches and pitchforks. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. You don't say, kid. But honestly, I know how you feel. Sometimes facing people is terrifying when you feel so different. But there's always something to love about everyone, like my handsome smile or enchanting voice. Maybe people would enjoy my spa? You run a spa? That's fantastic. Yes. You should come visit sometimes, boy. That's short for voyage.
Just boy is fine.
Do you want to come too, Una? I'd love to, yes. There's nothing more soothing for old bones than a nice swamp bath. Hee.
Do you get a lot of customers?
No. None.
Maybe I could change that. Let me advertise your spa at my next performance.
I would love that. Thank you.
No worries, Baya. Well, let's get back to your girlfriends.
Inky, do you know someone that could help them out? This situation is kind of tricky. They might need a mediator. I can absolutely hang a quest for you if you want. That would be great. Thank you so much. Of course, making my patrons happy is part of my job.
Now who's the sweet talker, huh?
But now I have to wait, right?
Yes, unfortunately. How about you show us around your spa in the meantime?
It would be my pleasure.
And once we're back, there will be a solution for your two friends. Oh, yes, awesome. We have more Baya information. Baya is a bit shy due to some bad experiences with other people that led her to have only a small group of friends, and now they're fighting. She's afraid of ending up alone again. Working through her fears, she's invited my customers to her spa. I bet her mud masks are out of this world. I bet they're out of this world too. And once we're back, there'll be a solution for your two friends. No pressure. There's a millennium-long relationship on the line, remember that. Absolutely no pressure. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
See you then, Inky. Yeah, see ya. Oh, I can't wait to feel how smooth my skin is after a mud mask. You think I can take my crochet hook with me? What an absolute charming bunch of cutie patooties. That order. The Mary Morgan, known for her passion for drowning trespassers, and the Banshee, singer of bone-shattering songs in the Lonesome Lagoon, are two terrifying creatures in love. But because of a mysterious dispute, their relationship is on the line, and their best friend, a swamp witch Baya, would do anything to keep her friend group from shattering. Couples counselor sorely needed. I bet Fable would be able to do that one pretty well. Oh, we got multiple. Very unsafe at the moment, especially if cattle. Political tension ensued when a canal bridge connecting Diria to the mainland collapsed, especially because spinal rhinos can't exactly be held responsible. The ambassador tasked with solving this mess is a young noble, and his worried best friend insists he is still in dire need of a new personal guard, especially since the roads are unsafe for travelers lately. If those travelers are cattle, anyway. Very cool. We got 2 quests. Now I feel like we're over halfway done. We should be in Act 3 now, I feel like. We'll have to see. No, still Act 2. Okay. Alright. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I think that that's where we will end for today. We played through quite a good bit, I feel like. We played through a couple of days, at least 3 days, right? Because we started on the 5th and now it's the 10th. But I think we skipped like a week in between. Not like skipped intentionally, but just the story did. I just love this. I love this game. It is really hard talking for long periods of time, but I do want to get through it, so I will push through. I'm glad that we fixed the technical issues at the beginning too, and then also my OBS encoder. Thank you so much to Sassy Josie for giving us that recommendation. I think that tomorrow is going to be a very busy day for me figuring things out. I don't know if we'll switch off of OBS soon. Probably between this week and the next. I'll take a look at it, see what I can do. And then we are really, really close to 50 followers. I don't know if we'll be able to sustain our viewer requirement though. Maybe Thursday will be a little bit better for that, or even Saturday. We'll just have to see how that goes. I don't know, maybe a lot of talking isn't exactly what people want. But I don't care, I love this game. I'm gonna just keep playing whenever I want to. And if people don't want to watch it, that sucks. Cool. Anyway, I will see you guys on Thursday. Keep a lookout on my YouTube if you are new here, because some of my older streams will be uploaded every day until I run out of backlog. And for me, I think that's it. We're not gonna raid, because we don't have any people to raid with. Sad. But that's also fine. That's honestly less work for me. But I really enjoyed our time, and I hope you guys have a really good evening. I will see you on Thursday. Bye!